saying, hi, I love your streams. Trump's tariffs are detrimental to small businesses of America. I work for a small business that can't financially source the parts for the product within the U.S. What costs us $4 from Vietnam costs us $50 from within the U.S. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sammy. Small businesses don't have the infrastructure to make the raw materials in America, so they import them, and now they're being hit by the tariffs. I'm really sorry to hear that, Sammy. Welcome in. Random, do you support Trump?
I do.
Okay, real quick before we debate, Brian, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much for the love, Brian. As well as Adam with a $1 on Venmo. Then, yo, Jay, my man, thank you so much for the $150 donation over on PayPal. Jay, you were literally so awesome. Everybody, please show some love to Jay down below in that comment section for the $150 donation. I love you so much. You are always hanging out with us in here, and I hope that you're doing all right. Jay says, the feeling of helplessness in times like this is the new COVID. It's rampant everywhere. My support of Dean and Parker shows me that I could at least do something to offset that. The turning around of even one Trumpist mind is a clearer way of thinking that can have a snowball effect on many others. You know what? I actually really agree with that statement. It is a time of hopelessness and despair because of everything that the Trump admin is doing. Jay, you know that we all really appreciate you here. Thank you so much for the $150. That is so much money. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Show some love to Jay down below in that chat. And Random, take it away. Why do you support Trump?
I've got several reasons why I support Trump.
Whoa, real quickly. What time is it?
Oh, Jesus. 10 past 10.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm not going to ban you because I don't have the rules up on screen, but you got to be in American if you want to come up, everybody. We're moving on to Andrew Cole PM. Thank you for the Galaxy. As well as Alexander. Thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. Saying, Dean, I need a rehum a bearded dragon you want to take here. Unfortunately, not. I would love to so much, but I don't have enough time to give a bearded dragon the attention they deserve. As well as Marie with the $10. Thank you so much for the love, Marie. You're awesome. Show some love to Alexander and Marie down below. Welcome in, Andrew. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Ah, man. Why do you support the worst president of your 25 years of life, Andrew?
Oh, because he's the best president in 25 years of my life.
Oh, he's the best out of any of them? Okay. Why? Why do you think that? Tell us why you're such a big Trump guy.
Well, I mean, here's a good indicator. A guy, what someone would call a wage cuck, just sent you $150 and told you that it's a time of despair and helplessness. Right. And I feel like if my president is making...
So I just muted you because you just called somebody that donated to me a wage cuck?
Yeah, that was probably half his paycheck, and he gave it to some loser online like you.
Oh, I don't think you know who Jay is.
You don't know him either, do you?
Well, I know enough about Jay to know that's not half.
Oh, is he your Reddit moderator?
I don't know. I know enough about Jay to know that's not half of their paycheck.
We got weak-minded people. We got weak-minded people under your influence because you're an emotional manipulator that send you money because you feed off of fear. Are you going to drop me?
No, I'm going to thank Alan for the $14 over on PayPal, saying, God, I love you, Dean, dealing with a misinformed. I appreciate you for the love, Alan. Just some love to Alan down below. As well as Michelle, thank you so much for the $65 over on PayPal. Do you mind if
You're a grifter, and we know what you did before you started this career as a live streamer.
Hey, quickly, before you finish speaking, I'm going to finish thanking Michelle, and I appreciate it if you just kind of wait a minute to
go ahead and prove my point.
Michelle, thank you for the $65 over on PayPal. Let's show some love to Michelle down below. Let's get 650 Michelle W's. Michelle says, I have no idea how you stay sane talking to some of these people. Anyways, keep it up. I love you. Love you too, Michelle. Thank you for the $65. You were awesome. Show some love to Michelle down below, y'all. As well as Brian with the $25 and then Robert with a 10. Show some love to Brian and Robert down below. And then, oh my goodness, Purdy with the $200 donation over on Venmo.
He wouldn't do it if it wasn't for money. Oh my goodness.
Thank you,
You wouldn't do it if you couldn't get paid.
By the way, thank you, Purdy.
You get donations outside of TikTok.
Beep. Thank you, Purdy. Purdy with the $200 says, because I like to be manipulated. Yo! Show some love to Purdy down below. Purdy, that is seriously incredibly kind of you. Show some love to Queen Purdy down below in the chat with the $200, as well as Iris with the $10 over on PayPal. Here's going to quote half my paycheck. Thank you so much for the love. As well as Charlotte with the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you for the $20, Charlotte, saying half of my paycheck. I'm going to be so broke after this.
Yes,
Thank you for the love, Charlotte. As well as Gerard with the $20 over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love.
You're ridiculous.
Thank you for the $20, Gerard, as well as Tyler with a $1. Thank you so much.
You're making them up, aren't you?
No, those are real people that are donating to me. You can literally see Purdy down below in the chat. Oh my God, Dion with a $100 over on YouTube saying, "Curse
Whatever
you, Dean.
way
Here, this
you
is
need
half
to
of my
make money.
paycheck.
I get
Thank you
it,
for the
but
$100 and half of your paycheck. Feisty with a
Don't
50
act
saying
like
that we're
you're
not scared.
some
Then Feisty
Valorant-
with a 100, Dion with a 100, and Feisty with a $100
Dude,
super
whatever way you
chats.
gotta
Thank
make
you,
money,
Feisty and
right?
Dion.
But
Let's go,
don't act like
Feisty and
you're
Dion.
you're some Valorant high horse, like you do it just because you care.
Cole, thank you for the
Like,
$5
we know why
over
you
on
do
PayPal.
this, dude.
Jacob with the $10 saying for a grift well done. Thank you for the $10, Jacob. Yes, I only do this to syndicate
You're just
money.
the left's version of Andrew Tate.
Cam with the $10 over on Venmo. Appreciate
You're a
you for that
grifter.
love, Cam. You're only saying these things because I make
People
money
get
off of
under
what I
your
do.
influence. People get under your influence and send you money, just like Andrew Tate. You're the
Eli,
left
thank you for the
version.
$7 over on PayPal saying
You're
thank you for manipulating me,
disingenuous,
Parker. Appreciate you for that love,
and you tried to
Eli.
do the same type of grift before you ever started this politics grift, didn't you?
Are you talking about the e-Bible? You're just pissed you never bought it.
Have you been thinking about that before you go to bed? What your comeback's gonna be?
Your ego is the problem.
Listen, you guys can call me jealous, but you guys are the same people sending $200, half your paycheck, to some freaking weeb on the internet.
Unfortunately, that's not half of Purdy's paycheck either.
Do you know Purdy, dude? You stop acting like you know these people.
No, I've actually known Purdy for like 2.5 years now.
Because she sends you money.
Dale, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you for supporting the grift, Dale. As well as Gina with the $7 Canadian, and Tara with the $10 over on Venmo just to piss the guests off. I appreciate that.
I got a question, man. Why did you
Alexander with a $100 super chat on YouTube saying, I'm actually under the influence right now. How did he know? Yes, let's go. The grift is, well, fuck, I didn't mean to say that. Thank you for the $100, Alexander. Thank you for the $100,
listen,
Alexander.
you're not
Heart
making
Killer
me
with the
mad,
$10.
okay? You're
Odysseus with the
you're
10 as
proving
well. I
my
appreciate
point.
y'all so much for the love.
I'm not jealous. I don't care. You're not making me mad. You're just proving my point.
I think that you're jealous.
I'm just saying it how it is.
Ken, thank you for the $25 saying it is his ego that's a problem. Thank you for the love, Ken. Let's get 250 Ken W's down below in that chat. Well, man, no, I'm just a benevolent, good faith actor, thanking my donors for their contributions.
You know
to
what the
here.
Bible
I
says?
don't
The
intend to
Bible
make you
says,
mad.
Hey, what good is if I gain the whole world if I lose my soul? You can gain the whole world but lose your soul.
Are you just suggesting that I've lost my soul?
I mean, being disingenuous is losing your soul in a way. I don't know your soul, but I hope you have it.
Yeah, so I think that you are an interesting combination of two things. Can I tell you what those two things are?
What good is the gain of the whole world if you will die someday and you'll say, I was a grifter.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
I never stood for anything I said.
I'm going to tell you the two things that I think that you're a combination of. I think that you're a combination of jealousy and cope. So I think that the jealousy is rooted in the fact that I
think you're a narcissist for thinking I'm jealous, because that's what narcissists tend to say, isn't it? It's a dark triad feature.
Yeah, I think that narcissists can tend to accuse individuals of being jealous without reason, but I'm calling you jealous with good reason. That very specific good reason being that I brought you up here and I asked you why you support Trump, and then the first thing that you went to is how much money I get donated. Now, I think that that's why you're jealous.
That wasn't the point.
That's
the point was not the money.
I'd appreciate if you'd stop interrupting me. Now, the second thing that I said that you were is like hope, all right? And this is rooted in the fact that you like truly don't believe that I believe in what I say on these lives. Like, you understand that everything that I say is backed up with a cogent argument that like generally cannot be proven wrong with rebuttal because I've revised my position so much to be in alignment with fact, reason, and reality. So like when you hear somebody like talking about the world, talking about politics, talking about policy, talking about people, and sharing opinions that are different than your own that you can't prove wrong, at the end of the day, you basically come to the conclusion that I'm going to delude myself into thinking that not even they believe it, so I don't have to take it seriously. Right? So I think that you're a combination of that cope with the jealousy. Now, before you continue, go ahead and continue to mean mug that camera while I think a handful of people here. Erica, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo saying my favorite part of this stream, the jealous tiny brain caller doesn't know when to stop and projects their insecurities, causing me to laugh and donate to Dean. Yes. Thank you for the $20, Erica, as well as Sammy with the $15. Kimberly with the $25 on Venmo to get my soul back. Thank you, Kimberly. Yvonne, thank you for the $50 over on Venmo saying this guest is is manipulated by Dean so much that he just had to come in here to the live and lose his soul. Thank you for the love, Yvonne. I hope that you're doing well. Show some love to Yvonne down below for the 50. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Oh my God. As well as Samantha for the $200 donation over on PayPal. Oh my God.
Holy shit.
My God. Show some love to Samantha down below in that queue for the $200. Do you think that's half of Samantha's paycheck, sir?
Probably.
Okay, her message says, got a $33,000 bonus today, so definitely not half of my paycheck, but I wanted to be a wage
I'm
cut.
sure that happened.
Thank you for the love, Samantha. You were awesome. Thank you for the $200.
Yeah, sure
that is incredibly kind of you.
bonus.
Thank you so much, Samantha. As well as Arlo with $1,
Sure.
Alex with the $10, and Isabella with the $30.
definitely
Thank you for the
happened.
love, Isabella, accusing this guy of having a full-on tantrum. And then Megan, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo for her favorite grifter. And then Gracie with the $30 on Venmo. Jealousy is a bad look on you, Andrew. And then Cam with the $10 asking me to please make him turn his camera off. Amy with the $6 and the 66 cents, and Amin with the 10. I appreciate every single one of y'all so much for the love on top of Cameron for the 10. Okay, so anyways, do you want to get back to the main topic of why you support Trump?
Dude, she really fucking say jealousy is a bad look, bro. Fuck.
So why do you support Trump? Try again, Andrew.
Listen, bro. Trump is actually making changes, and it's evident based on how many people with your phenotype are upset every day. I mean, go to r/complaints, and you can see these Redditors. They cry every day.
People with my phenotype?
I hate Republicans so much. They're extremists and all this. And
I'm still caught up on the phenotype part. Do you know what a phenotype is?
yeah, your type of phenotype.
What's a phenotype?
It's a type of person.
Like a personality type? No, it's
Well,
gonna be like physical traits.
You want the so you're trying to do the thing where you win on a technicality. Okay, do you?
Well,
well,
I know
do you
I wasn't even trying to win. I was just
definition
trying
of
to
phenotype,
understand
or
like what physical traits I possess
like the
that would group me
explanation
into a
of how
larger
you
group of
see
individuals
the
that don't
type
support
as a-
Trump. Right? Because like
Would you
I'm like a
definition of
young
phenotype?
like white guy. So I mean like I feel like my demographic doesn't typically disdain Trump. So I don't know if it's like people with
So
my
you don't know
phenotype.
how? Do you know how like metaphors are used in place of other words?
No, I just use words in their definitions. That's what I know. Obviously you don't. So what did you mean to say? Try again.
Actually, that's not true because everybody speaks in a way where they'll use a word that has a literal definition for a different subject of a ideological object.
Okay, just what did you mean to say? Try again.
Do you want the definition of phenotype, or do you want to? You
No,
understand?
I'm just
what I'm
asking you to try again because I honestly don't understand what you're saying. I've never heard like a different definition of phenotype before. So just replace it with another word or expand on what you meant.
Okay, yeah. The phenotype of a Dean supporter is the weakest group of individuals in a human society that must rely on the group and support from others in order to feel like they'll be able to survive. They think the smallest issue is something that's going to put them in imminent danger, and they're incapable of viewing the world through an objective lens because their religion, they're very religious. They're pompous, religious people
Were you
who
quoting the Bible when you
look down
joined?
on others according to their own woke religious ideology. You are the priest of this woke religion. You're not the Pope, but you're up there. And you direct your other religious idiocrats to do as you say and donate you money.
You're back on the donations. I want to make it clear. Did you know when you talk about
hitting that anxiety pen right now?
Hell yes, I am. Did you know that when you talk about my donations, it causes more people to donate to me? Which
I
then
don't care
upsets
about your
you?
donations, man. You're gonna get donations no matter what.
Dude,
I'm actually,
dude, okay,
I'm
cut
actually
the
really
crap.
upset.
No. The last guest didn't care about about my donations. The guest before the last guest didn't care
And you
about
still
my
got
donations.
donations.
Somehow, 80% of the people that join the stream truly don't care about the donations. And the reason I know
You
that
get
is
donations
because
all the time. I watch
they
you all
don't
the
talk
time.
about them. But see, what happens when you start talking about the donations is then
Oh
all
my
of a
God,
sudden
Angry
we have
Dean
like
is
a
coming
billion
out, dude.
people send a donation.
I see you
just
trying
piss
to
you
pull
off.
it together. I can see the seam starting to pop off.
Okay.
Yeah, clip this.
So I think
Something's
that
about to happen.
there's like one category of like shit that my guests say that truly gag me. It's just
The
like
anxiety
shit.
pen, is that your sleeper word?
No, that's funny though. That's good. That's good. No, but anyways, there's like a category of shit that Cass can say that truly gag me, and typically that
Ew, they
category
gag
would,
you, dude.
and typically that
Okay,
category
was that the little?
and typically that category would include shit that like
That
literally
wasn't the
makes
little.
no sense. So it's like you just made an argument that you basically support Trump to own the libs, and then at the end you say that like I have my seams falling out. And then, like, I didn't even know how to respond to that because, like, what?
No.
I don't know. It's just confusing. Anyways, so let's sum it up. You support Trump to own the libs, right?
No. I support Trump because he's actually making changes in this country, and that's evident because the libs are owned. But that I don't care
Okay.
about
What's
the libs.
what's your favorite change that Trump is making in the country?
Here's one. Lowest cost of pharmaceuticals.
Oh, lowering cost of pharmaceuticals. Are you talking about the executive order that he signed in on day one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you know that that actually implemented no change because it didn't implement any type of restrictions or boundaries on costs for pharmaceutical producers? It was just simply a plea to ask them to politely lower their costs. If we want to see real change, if we actually want to see a reduction in the price of pharmaceuticals, well, then you should have supported Kamala Harris because she supported policy to literally cap the amount that any American citizen could pay for out of pocket for private pharmaceutical drugs to $2,000 per year. And under her and Biden passed legislation to explicitly cap the amount that an American citizen could pay on it for insulin per month to $35. They didn't just pass a virtue signaling executive order begging and pleading pharmaceutical producers to lower their prices. So it's ironic because you came at me asking, or you came at me telling me that Donald Trump has implemented real material change, but your example here related to his EO and reducing the price of pharmaceuticals has led to no real material change because it was simply a baseless virtue signal from a pope to his followers. Funny enough, that's also a projection that you portrayed on me instead of the 34-count felon that pardoned violent criminals that is now federalizing cities across the country to take care of crime, even though he so obviously doesn't care about it at all. That's fucking rich. Now, Andrew, I'm going to go and thank people. Real quick, Natty, thank you for the $10, saying for Pope Dean, take my tithe. Thank you for the love, as well as Feisty with the $20. That's so mean, I'm not even going to read it. And then Kate with the $20 as well. I appreciate y'all for the love. Show some love to Katie, to Kate, to Feisty. I appreciate you all, as well as Rachel. Thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. For the love of Andrew's hairline, please kick him. Appreciate you for the love, Rachel. Show some love to Rachel down below, as well as Tiffany with the 3, Kelly
That
with
was
the 10.
worth the money for that.
Max,
plan.
thank you so much for the $25, saying stupid idiocrat who sees you as his pope. Thank you for the love, Max. Then Brendan with a 5, Erica with a 5, Bethany with a 5, saying pristine, Yusuf with a $10, Megan with a $10, saying my favorite grifter. Appreciate you so much for the love. Then Isabella, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal, saying hi Dean, massive support from Denmark. Massive support to Denmark. Thank you for the $20, Isabella. Evo with a 5. Then Alexandria, thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Oh my goodness, show some love to Alexandria. Alexandria says $49 for you, $1 for the wannabe to turn off his camera. And then Rosalie, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Rosalie. Alyssa with a 5. Jeremiah with a 5 for grifting and manipulating you. Base. Elizabeth with the $5 over on PayPal. And then Taylor with the $15 over on PayPal. And Megan with a 20, saying I could find a better idea to debate. Probably. We might move on soon. Thank you guys all so much for the love. Seriously, please show some love to all of our donors. Y'all are literally going insane right now. As well as Alex. Alex, hey, thank you for the $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Saying hi, Dean, as a victim of SA. I love watching your streams. Keep up what you do. Alex, I'm really sorry that happened to you, and I appreciate you for being here. I'm sorry that you, as well as other victims, have to hear like the dumb shit that guests can say sometimes about, you know what, Trump, Epstein, and whatnot. I always think about how hard that can be to hear from somebody that's a survivor. But I appreciate you for that love, Alex. All right, go ahead and respond, Andrew.
So you don't like, even if Trump does something that you agree with, you don't want to even, you just fight him no matter what.
Yeah, what did he do that I agreed with?
You don't understand that he's not just trying to lower the cost of pharmaceuticals. He's trying to make it so that it's the cost of pharmaceuticals in America is the lowest cost of any pharmaceutical sold anywhere in the world.
Yeah, that'd be great if he'd actually like do something to regulate prices and not just ask them to lower them.
Well, did he not do the most that he could do?
No, because Biden did more, so obviously he could do more too.
So you're saying Biden could have done the same thing?
Yeah, Biden could have, and he did for insulin, and Kamala Harris wanted to do it for everything else through a different method by just simply limiting
Okay,
the
so
amount
if
that American
Biden could have
citizens
done
can
the
pay out of
same
pocket.
thing, why didn't he do it? And if he didn't do something like that and he could have, then why do you support him?
Yeah, because I still think that he was better than Trump. Easy answer.
Even though he wasn't capable of doing what you think he was, even though he didn't do it in 4 years.
So both Biden and Trump are capable of implementing massive widespread change to reduce the price of pharmaceuticals. Trump has done nothing. At least Biden implemented a $35 cap on one drug. That's better than zero. And a lot of that has to do with like lobbyists, PACs, and influence on congressional support for like big pharma. You know, like I think that the first step, if we want to see like massive reform of like pharmaceutical companies, massive reform of oil companies, is going to be to like ban like lobbyists. You know, so I mean, like maybe that would like limit their ability to have like widespread change. So maybe I'd redact that comment. But what I can say is that Biden got it done for one drug. So I mean, it's better than zero.
Did Biden ever release an executive order to do what Trump did with pharmaceuticals?
He got it done through a policy. I think it was the American Rescue Plan. He limited the amount that an American could pay for insulin to $35 a month. He did more.
No, that's just insulin.
Yeah, the reason that it's more, even though it's one drug, is because Donald Trump's policy so far has impacted zero drugs.
But so Trump has shown interest in actually changing the cost of every drug in America to the lowest cost anywhere in the world, and Biden has not done that. He never did.
Yeah, I don't think that Donald Trump's virtue signals mean much to me because of how much he lies and how much he misleads. Like, for instance, would you agree that he's shown interest in reducing crime in America? Would you agree that
Have you ever lied?
Would you say that he's demonstrated like true interest and disdain for violent crime in this country?
Yeah, actually, he just locked down DC.
So you think that Donald Trump condemns violent crime?
Wait. Why don't I answer though?
Yeah, I mean, you said yes.
The District of Columbia is federally controlled in order to get violent crime reduced and cleaned up. Clean up the city.
So you think that he condemns violent crime? I have a question. Did he condemn the violent crime of DJ Rodriguez on January 6th, where he tried to unalive a cop by driving their own stun gun into their neck and then gave them a heart attack?
You know, you're actually bringing up something that is an entire case in and of itself, and that's what court is for. I'm not a lawyer, and this would take an entire court proceeding to actually authenticate.
To authenticate that he did that? Don't worry. The court proceeding already occurred. He pled guilty to it, and he was sentenced to 12 years in jail. This was like 4.5 years ago. So do you think that Donald Trump condemned DJ Rodriguez doing that?
Well, that was a pivot, because what you were talking about...
It's not a pivot. It's conceptually related towards condemnation of virtue signals and things in America.
You brought up one point. I'm talking generally. We're not on the same field right now.
Okay, well, so you're just saying that you don't want to engage in nuance specifics. You just want to talk about
right
general
now,
virtue
as
signals.
of yesterday. I'm talking about Trump doing what he can to clean up entire cities right now as of yesterday, and you're talking about one specific case.
Right. Well, I'll tell you why. Because my first question was, do you think that Donald Trump condemns violent crime? Then you brought up his federalization of D.C. So then I asked you about one specific case for a specific reason. There was like 67 people that were found guilty of violent assault on cops on January 6th. And Donald Trump, for the most part, pardoned them all. He let them out of jail. He called them patriots. Like DJ Rodriguez, as one specific example, was found guilty of driving a stun gun into the neck of Officer Fanone, then gave him a heart attack. He was sentenced to 12 years in jail. He served 4. Then Trump let him out and called him a patriot. Obviously, this means that Donald Trump does not condemn violent crime, because if he did, he wouldn't be letting violent criminals out of jail. Not to mention that he himself is a 34-count felon that has also been held civilly liable for the rape of a woman. So, I mean, the reason or the greater motive or theme I bring up these points to you is just
civilly liable
that he's kind of just like a virtue signaling bullshitter. And that's his
Typically
whole shtick, is
liable,
to be a
not
con man and to lie to people and to get people to support his to be a member of his cult, to let them view him as their religious leader. And like the greater point of me bringing up this
Typically
theme
liable
of
is
individuals
not-
viewing Trump as their religious cult leader is because that is exactly what you were describing of me earlier. But see, the difference between me and actual cult leaders
There's
is that
no
I don't want
difference.
people to just baselessly cosign themselves to whatever I say. I want people
Yeah,
to
you
critically think and dictate what they believe in with reason, truth, fact, and logic. And I hope that this conversation is insurmountable evidence of that.
You actually do.
Yeah, best counter argument I've ever heard. You did great, bud.
Anxiety pen. I remember one time I made you turn your stream off because I pointed out your hair.
I have literally no clue what you're talking about. Do you want to respond to my points?
One time I said you were balding and you turned your stream off because you had nothing to say.
Yeah, chances are that I got banned. Well, I mean, it's actually not even chances are. That's what happened.
Oh. Listen, man. So, what do you mean?
I like how like fucking like
what
gagged
part
you
of
are
what
right
you
now.
said-
Dude, the most satisfying thing to me is when like the rage baiter guest will come up here. And then I'll just like absolutely gag him. Like that was great. We had like what, 25 seconds of silence there. Then he completely just forgot everything political that we were just talking about. Then he started talking about me balding. Dude, it's so satisfying. Thank you for sucking on your thumb like the baby you are. I appreciate you for being open and honest. Very cute.
Dude, what are we in kindergarten? Come on, man.
No, it's not we. It's just you.
How you roast people?
All right, we're not in kindergarten.
Oh, you're a
You
baby.
are.
Okay, dude. You sound like, you know what? You sound like, listen, man. I don't know what part of what your long monologue of which you think you're the main character.
I don't think I'm
I
the
don't
main
know.
character. I just what?
Yes, you do. You're a narcissist. You have a live stream where you talk down to people for 8 hours per day. Of course, you think you're the main character.
Would you say that I'm talking down to you just because I'm correcting you on your misinformation and giving you the same energy you're giving me?
Listen, you're a bit better now. You have a better attitude. Seems like you've been humbled a bit, but you used to be a little prick. We all know that.
So you're saying that I used to be a narcissist? That was a
Used
great
to-
response to everything that I said.
Talk down on people like a damn asshole, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit more respectful to people now, and that's honestly because it just doesn't really faze me as much. You know,
'Cause you
like
got
if
exposed.
I wanted to like fight on your same level, you know, I would be calling you all these things too. I would be getting upset just like you, calling you a narcissist, going crazy, going ham. But you know, honestly, after doing this for so long and dealing with as many man
After I
babies
made
as
you
do,
rage quit 2 different times,
and dealing with as many man babies as I do per day, I'm just kind of used to it. Like this isn't new. It doesn't really faze me. Like, of course, we're going to have some, like, low IQ, 20-year-old white dude come up on the stream, accuse me of being a grifter narcissist, and then I'm going to ask him why he supports Trump.
You're white.
Then he's going to give me an indefensible position insofar as why he does. Then I'm going to
You're
refute
white.
it. I'm going to shoot it down, and I'm going to prove it wrong. And then he's going to respond to that by ignoring everything I said. Then he's going to say that I'm balding and repeat the fact that he thinks I'm a narcissist. You know, like, it's a script. Y'all all
What part
run
of
it.
your monologue
Come
do you
on.
want me to respond to, my friend?
Yeah, I'd like you to respond to literally any of the points that I brought up to demonstrate that Donald Trump
I
is
don't
an
remember.
effective cult
Everything you
leader
say
that
is
doesn't
vapid.
care about reason, fact, or logic.
Everything you say is vapid air. It's like ChatGPT. I don't know what you say. You just fit the word count, okay?
Would
How
you
about you
prefer
bring
me to
up
write it down on printer paper with
you
crayon
say?
in less than 5 words? I could do it. It'd be difficult, but I could do it. I could get it done.
Dude, you literally talked for like 3 minutes straight. I don't know what you're talking about. You
Okay,
talked about.
I'll condense it. Are you ready, Andrew? Just
and
make
then-
sure you listen close. I'll condense it, okay?
I brought up a counterpoint and you just ignore me. So
Okay, I'm gonna condense it
typically
all right now.
liable is
So,
All right.
so I'm going to condense it all right now, okay? Donald Trump virtue signals and doesn't care. Oh, look at the restriction that you got. You know what that means I got to do to you? I got to kick you. We're going to move on to the next guest because Mr. Andrew got a restriction. Everybody give us a minute to get the next Trump supporter loaded into the box, y'all. Go ahead and put a Maga with your age down below in that chat. We'll happily get you loaded up in here right now, everybody. We are just looking for that next Trump supporter. And let's go ahead and get our next guest connected right now, quite frankly. Yo, Annie, thank you for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat saying Andrew has now moved on to backhanded compliments to distract from the fact he can't engage. What an astute, so true observation, Annie. Thank you for the $20. Moving on to Sadie Miller right now, as well as Sarah with the $5 saying man lost the argument at Wage Cook. Torrin with the $5 saying bro's trying to call Dean supporters a religion when MAGA is literally a cult. And oh my goodness, Caitlin, thank you so much for the $100 over on Venmo. Caitlin, holy crap, thank you so much for the love, Caitlin. Caitlin says never dull your voice. We need you, please.
Hello?
Caitlin, I really appreciate you for being here. You are freaking awesome. Everybody, please show some love to Caitlin down below for the $100 donation. That is so incredibly kind. What's up, Sadie? Do you support Trump?
Hi, Dean. I'm so sorry. I sent you like 5 galaxies earlier. I just wanted to say that you are genuinely such an inspiration. And I know I'm wasting your time, but I wanted to say you're such an inspiration. And I truly I love your content and everything. And I'm on all of your lives. And I think you're just doing such a great thing for everybody. And I just want to let you know, your lives make every one of my days.
Well, Sadie, that's incredibly kind of you, and I apologize for not seeing your galaxies earlier. Show some love to Sadie down below in the chat. And I've held a red line against anybody coming up here that's not MAGA. I kind of let it slide for you. I appreciate you for the love, Sadie, and thank you so much for enjoying what we do here, and thank you for supporting it. Show some love to Sadie. But now that red line is back into effect, unfortunately, Sadie's the only person that gets passed today. I'm gonna be hard on everybody else. Welcome in, Blaine, to Sports Room. Oh. Okay, Blaine's not loaded in. Moving on to the next guest. All right, guys, going to put a MAGA with your age down below in the chat, and if you're in the queue, we get a random kitty appearance. Hello, Momo. Good to see you today. Libra, thank you for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat, saying my new niece was born today at 12:22 a.m. this morning. She was born at 6 pounds and 11 ounces. Super excited. Congratulations, Libra. That is awesome to hear. Show some love to Libra, and that is truly really awesome. That's really awesome, Libra. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? No, they're not here. We're going to move on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute. Momo is hanging out on the desk with us for the day. Let's go to move on to the next guest. Right now, we got Christina LET loading up into the box, as well as Rosalie once again with the $10 over on Venmo. Thank you, Rosalie. It's very kind of you. Moving on to the next guest. Going to put a MAGA with your age down below in the chat if you want to join. We'll happily get you up here. Oh, Momo is so cute. She's sitting over in the corner of the desk. She's being so polite and not getting in the way of the camera. We love Momo. All right, we got that next guest, Chad Rockstar, joining in. Oh, I hear the cat meowing, and the door is shut to the office. As soon as we get that next Trump supporter in here, I'm going to go open up the door for Momo. Alex, thank you for the $10. Appreciate you for the love. Moving on to the next guest right now, everybody. We're still failing to find a single Trump supporter that is ready and willing to come up here and have a conversation with me. Couldn't tell you why, Anna. They're just a little scared today. Unfortunately. If you happen to be one of the 12,000 people and you want to come up here, let me know. I'll pull you up. Moving on to Tinkerbell. How about that? Shadra, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal, and Ducky with the $20 on Venmo. Show some love to Shadra and Ducky. Shadra says, keep going. Appreciate you for that love, Shadra. And the Ducky says, this is for Momo Pets. Tell her I said, pss. You know what? I will give her 200 great bets later just because of that. Quite frankly, I tell you. Oh, she's being so patient. She's just sitting over there by the door. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Sarah, thank you for the $5 saying, please buy Momo a treat with this. You got it. And then Gina with the $2, did you name your kitty or was that the name when you got them? No. Me and my girlfriend named Momo. Hey, welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Beanie Boy.
Banned. Wait, I just banned my other account. Not you. Well, all right. Moving on to the next guest. Whoops. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up in here right now, everybody. Please only request if you do support Trump. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Hello. Yes, I do.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29? Phenomenal. And why the heck do you support Trump?
Well, I support Donald Trump because I believe he's very he takes care of animals and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the...
You're a troll. Goodbye. Moving on to the next guest. Guys, please only request if you're a MAGA, or else you're going to get banned. Like my main account that I'm still struggling to unban, unfortunately. There we go. We got him up. Quite frankly, awesome. But stop trolling, y'all. For the love of God, just stop trolling. We got Jeremiah loading in right now, everybody. We got Jeremiah loading in. Go ahead and put a MAGA with your rage down below. We'll get you loaded in here. We got Nicholas loading up alongside Jeremiah. We got Jasmine loading up. What's going on, Jeremiah? You support Trump?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, no, Jeremiah.
Bielski, I love you, Dean. You're so cute. You're so cute.
All right, Jeremiah, it's only you. Yo,
Yeah, I support Trump.
Righteous, thank you for the $20 over in YouTube Super Chat, saying thank you for doing this, Dean. The world needs more people like you combating misinformation and pushing against these people. I appreciate that from you, Righteous. Thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. As well as Casual with the $10 as well. Thank you, Righteous and Casual. Now, Jeremiah, take it away. Tell us why you support Trump. I'm going to go off camera. I will still be able to hear you. I'm just opening up the door for the kitty. Take it away.
Oh, I think he's a great guy. Keeps us informed with the media. Lets us know what's going on with political stuff, and seems to be keeping the border nice and secure, keeping us safe.
Okay, so you said I think that there's a couple things that I missed out on there. I just had to let my mo out. So you said that he's a great guy. So why do you think he's a great guy? I think he's a very terrible guy.
Well, he believes in Jesus and he prays.
Okay, well, I don't think that a mere belief in Jesus makes you a great guy. Nor do I even know if he has a belief in Jesus. And I'll give you like the best counter argument ever. What does a belief in Jesus mean? Just a belief that he exists, right?
Well, I mean, if you
Does
pray...
Satan believe that Jesus exists?
Well, I mean, if you pray and you believe in the Lord, then you obviously have a relationship with him.
Oh, okay. So now we've changed your claim to a relationship with God. And how do you
Right,
know
it's
that, would you say that repenting for your sins is necessary in order to possess a relationship with God?
I think that we're all of the flesh and we all sin, but having a personal relationship with Jesus and God is your own personal venture. I think that the point that I'm trying to make is...
Can you answer
to
my
put
question?
a-
Because although your relationship with God is a personal adventure, still yet it is true that in accordance with the scripture, particularly some of Paul's writings, we know that faith without works is dead. And one necessary work in order to uphold a relationship with God is repentance, right? No, come back. No, he's leaving because I'm about to cook him. Oh, he's back. Hi.
I'm here.
He's back.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
could we agree
repentance.
that repentance is necessary in order to have a relationship with God? That's one of the necessary works?
Yes, because we're all sinners in the flesh.
Okay, check
so
this
we
out.
need to...
Check this
Yeah.
out.
Christian, have you ever asked God for forgiveness? That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out. I'm Protestant, I'm Presbyterian, and I go to church and I love God and I love my church. And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale was my pastor.
Everybody, we're going to have to listen to like Trump yap here for a second because I don't know the specific timestamp. I apologize. Just keep your ears peeled. You'll know when you hear it.
The power of
Remember, the question is, have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
positive thinking. Everybody's heard of Norman Vincent Peale. He was so great. He would give a sermon. You never wanted to leave. Sometimes we have sermons. Every once in a while we think about leaving a little early, right? Even though we're Christian. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Frank, would give a sermon.
Dude, he's yapping so much. We're going to put it in 2x speed until we get there.
I'm telling you, I still remember his sermons. It was unbelievable. And what he would do is he'd bring real life situations, modern day situations into the sermon. And you could listen to him all day long. When you left the church,
Yap,
you were
yap,
disappointed
yap,
that it was
yap,
over.
yap.
He was the greatest guy. And then, he passed away, but he was great. He wrote Power Positive Thinking.
Dude, so much yap.
Never asked God for forgiveness.
Dude, the interviewer literally had to repeat the question because he was yapping so much. Okay, I think that we're finally there. Let's take a listen.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness? I'm not sure I have. I just go on and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so. I think if I do something wrong, I think I just try and make it right. I don't bring God into that picture. I don't. Now, when I take, when we go to church.
Oh, So you told me that repentance to God is necessary in order to have a relationship with God because faith without works is dead. And you just heard Donald Trump say that he has never repented to God.
Okay. So, yeah, all right. So to take every single little tiny thing that somebody says and dissect it to a milligram of salt is kind of crazy when, the guy's keeping us informed 24/7. And what about all these, bloggers and people that are just saying his name all day, every day? Don't you think that he probably says 99% of the shit he does just to stay in the media and keep people talking about him? Kind of
Okay.
like free
So
advertising.
now you're a conspiracy theorist because you're saying that Trump has a relationship with God. I give data against that because I bring up the fact that in order to have a relationship with God under the Christian worldview, you got to repent for your sins. And Donald Trump has said that he has never repented for his sins. Okay, right? And then you say, well, I actually think that he has repented for his sins because, I agreed that was necessary in order to have a relationship with God. And I might be a member of a cult if I concede that he doesn't have a relationship with God. Well, then I'm contradicting everything that I believed for the last 10 years. So instead, you're going to issue a brand new conspiracy theory right off the mint, I swear, where he's lying. He actually does ask God for forgiveness, and he just says that to aggravate the media.
Yeah, so here's my thought. You got like 15,000 religions out there. Some people worship statues, right? I feel like God and Jesus or whoever that you want to be in tune with spiritually is a personal preference. And the religions are only sent here to kind of divide us. And all these Old Testaments and New Testaments, there's so many rules and laws and ways, that you could be burned if you don't wear the right cloth and all this crazy stuff. But you got to take it for what it is. If you follow the Bible and you do believe in Jesus, there's nothing that can really go wrong in your life. If you're living a healthy lifestyle and you're refraining from porn, you're refraining from...
Whoa, you are a heretic. You better not be a Christian. Or you're not a Christian, right?
So I believe in Jesus Christ and I have a personal relationship with God, and I don't like to...
You are fundamentally wrong, sir. You are fundamentally wrong, sir. If you suggest that you can go to heaven and have a relationship with God without the works, you're wrong.
Well, that's why all these wars happen and all these, things that have caused a lot of bad things in our history and time is, that belief right there is that you're wrong, I'm right, this is how, things are supposed to go, and this is what God wanted. And I feel like that's what's really divided things in the past and why history is always...
Would you believe every word stated in the New Testament of the Bible, every word in the gospel?
So again, I think you have to take it all with what works for you. And of course, like it was a man wrote the Bible, right?
Gnostic theism. This is called Gnostic theism. Every Christian right now is looking at you, pointing and laughing. In my view, like this is insane. You're telling us that you could just conveniently cherry pick what you want to believe in and what you don't want to believe in out of the text in order to justify your view. You care about Trump more than you care about God. Can I prove that to you?
Sure.
Right. James 2, verse 18. But someone will say, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that there is one God. You do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead. Right? This is coming from James 2 in the Christian Bible. And the reason why I say that this scripture proves that you care about Trump more than you care about God is because you're willing to reject this scripture to still hold to the belief that Donald Trump is a Christian with a relationship with Jesus. Right? Even though I played you a clip where he tells you he's not doing the works, where he tells you he doesn't repent for his sins, where he tells you he doesn't talk to God about what he's doing wrong, and you say, okay, he's still a man of God. I need to hold on to that in order to be Maga, in order to support Trump. And even if God himself tells me I'm wrong, I'm not going to believe him.
Yeah, so, I mean, nobody's free of sin. Everybody makes mistakes. And I just don't know why he's scrutinized so badly and nothing that, like he doesn't do anything good, and there's nothing that can be said
You're shifting the
about.
goalposts. We're still on your original claim that you support Trump because he's a relationship with God.
That's fine, but there's no other president that really has a belief and praise. It's just nice to have somebody who prays.
Biden went to church every week.
Yeah, but that doesn't, people that go to church are really looking to be, to give money or to have something to deal with money. You don't necessarily have to go to church to have a faith, to be.
I mean, that could be the view of some people, dependent upon your interpretation of Scripture. I'm just simply saying that going to church every week would be an act of service to God under the Christian worldview, and you seemingly exclude that and only say, well, it's nice to finally have somebody who's doing all these acts of service to God by like virtue signaling and praying in the Oval Office, even if he's told you he doesn't have a relationship with God because he's never repented to him, and even if he's passing policy that is at the core of what Jesus would despise. I could tell you that Jesus cared about a couple things: the poor, the needy, and the socially ostracized, right? I could prove to you that Jesus cared about the poor, the needy, and the socially ostracized. Point number one, Matthew. Do you know who Matthew is?
Yes.
Who's Matthew?
He's a figure in the Bible. He's a prophet.
No, Matthew is not a prophet. He was an apostle.
Okay, yes.
Right? So Matthew the apostle, the disciple Matthew here. Now, what was Matthew doing before he became a disciple of God?
I don't know.
He was a tax collector in poor neighborhoods. Right? So what did Jesus make Matthew do in order to become one of his followers, one of his disciples?
What did he make him do?
To give it all up, to stop collecting the taxes because Jesus cared about the poor. Now, what about the needy? When we look at Psalms, what does Psalms 32 tell us? That if you provide to those that are more needy than yourself, then you will be given great glory in the kingdom of God. And what was Jesus's very first miracle?
His first miracle?
His first miracle. I know, I'm sure. It was turning dirty water into wine so the thirsty could drink.
Okay.
Right? So he cares about the needy, and that's evidently clue, not just through the teachings of the gospel, not just through the teachings of Psalms, but also through his very first miracle on earth. Right? Now, what was the last point that I said? The socially ostracized. Right?
Okay.
What was another one of Jesus's miracles?
Oh man, he brought one of his buddies back from the dead.
Well, I'm talking about socially ostracized, healing a leopard, healing the blind, reaching out to those that others don't. Mary Magdalene was supposed to be, or was possessed by a demon in accordance with scriptures before, before she came a follower of Jesus. She was socially ostracized. She was looked down upon. And then she became one of the most important followers of Jesus, right? I mean, he would invite anybody to sit at the table and dine with him. Shit, he literally invited a Pharisee that was trying to get him killed to become one of his followers in his final days. So Jesus, God, in accordance with his Christian faith, ultimately cares so much about the poor, the needy, and the socially ostracized, right? Donald Trump, on the other hand, what about the socially ostracized in America? What about Islamophobia and how Muslims can be condemned and negatively portrayed in the media? I mean, we literally had a Muslim run for the mayoral race in New York City and then had Congress members respond by saying that we shouldn't vote for him because look at what the Muslims did on 9/11. Socially ostracized. Donald Trump responded to this shit by advocating for a complete and total shutdown of all new Muslims coming into America in 2015. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Or what about other groups of people that are socially ostracized? Trans people. He responded to their ostracization by ensuring that they have less legal rights than you and me. Trans individuals don't even have the legal right to sign up for the military anymore because of him. Or what about the poor and the needy? The big, beautiful bill took 10 million low-income Americans off of healthcare, 3 million low-income Americans off of food stamps, and 18 million students off of free school student lunches. Back to the socially ostracized points, immigrants, he's only furthered to fuel that division by saying that they're poisoning the blood of the country, by calling them criminals, by calling them gang members, by sending them to detention centers in Seacot where they're tortured, beaten, starved for 3 weeks, by deporting them, violating their constitutional rights, and standing 10 toes behind it. If Jesus was alive today, I don't know where exactly he would fall in the political compass, but it sure as hell wouldn't be within MAGA.
Absolutely, and I agree with a lot of things that you said, but at the same point in time, I'm not saying that Donald Trump is Jesus, but it's good to have the light and at least somebody who's, guiding America towards a positive thing and keeping us informed. Nobody's perfect at the end of the day.
Exactly. You just called Trump the light. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm telling you. Remember earlier when I was telling you that you care about Trump more than God? Well, now you're just saying it explicitly. I know Jesus would disagree with everything that Trump is doing. After my long-ass argument where I detailed exactly why Jesus would despise everything Trump is doing, you said exactly, but Trump is the light. Exactly, my God would hate him, but he's the way.
So who would do a better job? I mean, we got Harris or, Hunter Biden. I mean, who do you want to be in charge of this country that's going to make you happy, that is going to be a better supporter of the country?
Well, before you move on to this deflection of asking me who else is better, literally anybody, in the last election, Kamala Harris would have been the answer. Tell me, how is Donald Trump implementing Christian values? Name one core Christian value that he holds to be true.
Well, he has a wife. He has some stand-up children.
Oh, a wife? Did you know that he's cheated on all 3 of his wives, including his current wife? He cheated on his current wife with Stormy Daniels in 2014.
We're all sinners.
Oh, but this just refutes that he holds to the core Christian value of the sanctity of marriage, or else he wouldn't have cheated on her. So, wrong. Go ahead and tell me a core Christian value that he holds to, that he wants to be true of society at large.
Well, I mean, it seems like he wants to keep America safe and make it a better place for everybody, so we could all walk around without having to worry about being assaulted or having our pocketbook stolen or our wallets taken.
Sure, what is he doing to reduce crime in America?
Well, right now he's cleaning up the streets in Washington and giving the homeless a place to stay and getting the criminals off the street, also getting the illegal immigrants that are here.
Oh, okay, well, let's talk about that first point. You think that he cares about crime and violent crime in Washington, D.C.?
I mean, if he didn't, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's rich. He pardoned 1,600 people from their crimes that they committed on D.C. on January 6th, including 70 people that were convicted and pled guilty to violent crimes like assaulting cops, trying to kill cops, taking their guns and pointing it at them, beating them with metal rods, giving them heart attacks by driving stun guns into their necks. That was DJ Rodriguez.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it actually doesn't really seem like he does care about crime or violent crime in D.C. And if he truly did care about crime in D.C., then why would he allow himself as a criminal to run it? Oh.
Well, I mean, he's bringing in the National Guard, and with such a big uprising against Biden being president, when he stole the presidency, Nancy Pelosi should have called the National Guard and defended the Capitol to make sure that
great point. Nancy Pelosi was the only person that could have called the National Guard on January 6th?
He had the authority to.
I thought that you told me that Donald Trump as the president has the authority to.
Well, he wasn't. That's when Biden stole the election. You're talking about the January 6th infiltration.
When did Biden's presidency start?
Right when he got elected. Well, right.
No, wrong. Inauguration day is on January 20th. Wrong.
Well, close.
Well, no, it's not just close. This matters because this means that on January 6th, in accordance with your own admission, Donald Trump had the authority to, to enact and deploy National Guardsmen and women.
I mean, he never told anybody to go up in there and do what they did. He never said, go in there and
but he obviously didn't care. He obviously wanted them to.
There's always going to be a few in the crowd.
No. He wanted them to do that.
I don't think so.
Okay, then explain the fact that he pardoned the people that did and called them patriots.
Well, explain the fact that Joe Biden pardoned his son and pardoned, it's something that people do that have power.
Okay, I'll explain Biden pardoning his son. Okay, because his son was convicted on a charge to do with his prior DRUG use and attempting to buy and own a gun. right? And Biden pardoned him because Hunter was his son. I think this obviously does conclude that Biden didn't care too much about what Hunter did and wanted to look out for him and make sure that he didn't wind up in jail. Probably thought that the only reason Hunter was targeted and hit with this crime was because he was the son of Biden. So therefore, he didn't care that much and didn't want him to face consequences. See, actually, the conclusion that this yields is that he didn't care, right? So are we going to say the same thing about Trump? He didn't care about DJ Rodriguez trying to kill a cop. That's why he let him out of jail 8 years early and labeled him as a patriot?
Joe Biden didn't care about the American people, 20 million dying off of the vaccine, so he had to pardon Fauci.
Okay, so this is a nice whataboutism. I don't think that Biden caused 20 million people to die from the vaccine, nor do I think that 20 million people died from the vaccine. What the fuck? Like,
Well,
why do you keep going but Biden? You know, like that's just abundantly false. I'll give you, hey, man, how much money do you want to bet that 20 million people died from the vaccine?
Who are you comparing Trump to? You're putting Trump down.
We're not comparing Trump to anybody. Right now, we're just comparing your worldview to truth. And seemingly, it falls short of it. Because you're telling us that he really cares about violent crime in D.C. Tell me how he could care about violent crime in D.C. while not caring about violent crime in D.C. My evidence that he doesn't care about violent crime in D.C. is that he pardoned violent criminals that try to kill cops in our capital.
Well, he also was president for 4 years before Biden, and now he's president again. So the people have spoken, and everybody learns from their mistakes. So obviously, nobody's perfect again.
Oh, so
but,
you're saying that he made a mistake when he pardoned him and he learned from it? It's been 4 years since he did that? No, guess what? It actually only happened 7 months ago. He pardoned them after 4 years of retrospection. He doesn't think it's a mistake. He thinks it was a good decision that he spent 4 years with his mind made up to make.
Well, they were his supporters, so he has the right to do with whatever he wants with his supporters.
Oh, so you're telling me that he doesn't really care about violent crime because when his supporters do it, it's fine. He only cares about violent crime when they're not his supporters. He left. Obviously, he left. I would have left too if I was in his shoes. He made a detrimental error with that last point. The error that he made with that last point was about him getting cooked. So obviously he left. I won't even clown him for leaving. That was probably the best decision that he could have made in the moment because obviously the more talking he did, the worse he made it for himself. So I won't fault him for that. We're gonna move on to the next Trump supporter. We got David loading up in the box right now. Y'all, everyone, just give us a minute to get him loaded in. Yo, Sandra, thank you for the $50 over on Venmo. Sandra, thank you so much. Sandra says, here's $50 for being a great debater and to help this guy understand that you are appreciated. Sandra, thank you so much for the $50. You have been here every single day. Just know that I really appreciate you. If everybody watching could please show some love to Sandra, that'd mean a lot. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you so much for the $50. What's up, David? You support Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, David? Banned. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Just give us a minute to get Annabelle up. Chat, if you're in the queue, make sure that 1, you're 18, at least. 2, you're an American. And 3, you're a Trump supporter ready to debate. If you come up here in violation of these rules, you're going to get banned. And I'm going to ban every single person that violates the rules. Natasha, thank you so much for the $100 over at Venmo. What the? Dude, what is going on today? You guys have been so kind today. Natasha, seriously, thank you so much for the $100. Oh my goodness. Natasha says, Dean, always watching your lives and you continue to inspire me. Keep doing what you're doing. You're making a difference in the world. Thank you for speaking truth. Natasha, all the love in the world to you. Let's get 1,000 Natasha W's in those live chats. Thank you a million times over for such a kind message and $100. Welcome in, Milo. Do you support Trump?
Hi, I'm Milo and everything. I have a quick question.
Age sounded young, and they started with I have a quick question, which makes me think they're not MAGA. Milo, I'm going to ban you. Heidi, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal. Thank you so much for the love, as well as I read your message. Thank you for being here, Heidi. Sadie with a $5. Skylar with a 5. Gina with a 2. Sadie says, Dean, this is Sadie. I just wanted to apologize for hopping into your live. It's okay, Sadie. Like I said, you're the single exception of the day. And realistically, I shouldn't do that. But oh well. We're going to move on to the next guest. Give us a minute. Go ahead and put a MAGA with your age down below in that comment section. I didn't actually ban Milo, by the way. I just said that I did. Fuck, I need to stop telling you all that. William, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. Sorry, on YouTube Super Chat saying spectacular dissection of scripture. You nailed it. Thank you so much from a Presbyterian who doesn't claim the orange man. Yeah, William, I love studying the Bible. I love studying Christianity. I love studying theology. Christian history is also incredibly interesting to me. There's just something about it. There's just something about it that really pulls me in, and I love to learn and know more about it. And I also love how I'm able to echo effectively implement it in these debates. You know, I love talking about Christianity and how it indexes to support for or against Trump. Welcome in, Mason. Do you support Trump?
You vape?
No, it's an anxiety pin, quite frankly. So why do you support Trump? Buddy, you got to turn that other cheek per your scripture, or get that cross out of your name because you're not a good Christian. Which one?
I was asking if you vape.
And I said no. Wait. What time is it?
I support Trump.
What time is it?
6:10. Why?
I don't know. You sounded British there for a second, but I guess it went away. And how old are you?
23.
All right, Mason. Why the hell do you support the worst president of your life? Let's hear it.
Probably gonna lose this debate, but here we go.
By the way, I want to clarify. If you lose a debate, it means that you're wrong. So what you just said there is that I'm probably going to be proven wrong. I hope that that's like a good.
It's
faith,
just
I hope that's a good faith indicator that if you are proven wrong, you'll acknowledge it and like seek truth. And I mean that seriously.
Well, don't you think Charlie Kirk makes people look like they lose?
Well, makes people look like they lose. For
Well,
sure.
you do too.
Sometimes. Okay. So
But everyone says Charlie Kirk debates uneducated people, but don't you do the same?
I will debate anybody that wants to talk to me in a form that is not specific towards one demographic of individuals that are more likely to be less educated because they're younger. Anybody could request up in here. Dude, I've debated an IRS agent on tax policy because anybody could request up in here. That was a tough debate. I will say, I think I lost that one. That was like a year and a half ago. I debated some Maga IRS agent on tax policy. I gotta say, the cards were stacked against me. That one was rough. Okay, all right. Why do you support Trump?
Stop vaping.
Mind your business and tell us why you support Trump in the next 5 seconds before I kick you.
Immigration.
Okay, so that's a word. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive, my friend. Are you telling us that you support his immigration policy?
Let's not go down that road.
Okay, then don't say immigration. Say something else. I'm waiting.
I don't know. Kamala Harris is just
Kamala.
not a good candidate.
Kamala is how you pronounce her name. There you go.
Not a good candidate.
Okay, so why was Kamala Harris, not a good candidate?
Her pew buyback plan.
Oh, well, that's actually something
Mandatory.
that she ran on in 2019, not in 2024. So she wasn't going to do that. Very bad.
But you guys bring up what Trump does in the past, but we can't bring up what she does in the past just because she changes all of a sudden.
Well, you're talking about policy. You're talking about agenda. When I talk about what Donald Trump has done in the past, it's either been policy that he actually implemented or like facts of his character. But you're talking about a policy that she ran on and didn't actually implement, then changed her mind.
All right. Let's go immigration. I'll go immigration.
Okay. Take it away, Mason. What's your favorite Trump immigration policy?
Remain in Mexico, probably.
Oh, okay. What does the Remain in Mexico policy do?
Doesn't it? I don't want to be wrong.
You are walking on thin ice right now, Mason.
At least I don't come up here and look stupid. At least I can admit.
Okay. All right, Mason.
Don't ask me 3 grand.
I hope you have a good rest of your day. We're gonna move on to the next guest. So Mason, you do look unintelligent. I'm sorry, but you do. I will say it's like different than like people that like are like unintelligent and like self-righteous. Like, I think that you were just unintelligent. I don't think that you were super self-righteous. And that's better than most guests. Okay, we could shake hands there. We're gonna move on to the next guest. Everyone, just do be patient. If you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in my bio. Get 100% of the proceeds. You get a notification at the top of this phone where I could read out any and all attached messages. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? All right. Goodbye, Side. Side's not here. Let's go to get that next Trump supporter up in here. There's one guest in the queue that I really want to bring up, but I literally can't bring them up because of their name. It has the name of a DRUG in them. All right. We got that next guest loading up in here right now. Welcome in. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Heidi, thank you for the $10 on PayPal saying keep up the great work. What time is it?
Pardon? What time? 6:10 p.m.
Okay. What state are you in?
Texas.
Okay, goodbye. Moving on to the next guest. Let's go to see what the next guest has to say right now. Quite frankly, we got Grumpy loading up in. What's up, Grumpy? Do you support Trump?
I did.
Oh, you don't anymore?
Actually, after everything that I have seen in the past, 8 months, I believe that he is literally the foundation of stupidity.
Yo, Cookie King mogs you, bro.
Very nice. Hey, Ben, go do your math homework for free.
Yo, Cookie King mogs you.
Very, very nice, Gumpy. I'm really proud of you. I think that a lot of Trump supporters have changed their mind because of his second term. It has been so bad, you guys. Even Trump V1, excluding the Muslim ban and J6, compared to Trump V2, was so much better. Trump V1, excluding the Muslim ban, electing justices to overturn Roe v. Wade, and J6 was infinitely better than what we see now. We're going to move on to the next guest. We got Jason loading up in. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
I'll make this 5 seconds. I don't support Trump.
Ban Jason. I'm sorry. Okay. If you want to skip that line and come right up onto that stream, go and put a Maga with your age down below in that chat. We'll get you pulled up in.
Oh, shit. Wait, I'm in.
Hi. Do you support Trump, Eli?
Yeah, I do support Trump.
Okay, please turn down the TV in the background. Please, do something to fix the echo. It's actually gone. And how old are you?
Hello. I'm 18 years old.
And what year are you born in?
I was born in 2008. Fuck. You're a bitch. Fuck.
All right, moving on to the next guest. Here we go. We got Lori loading up into the stream. I like how they just self-implode like that. It's pretty funny. Moving on to the next guest. All right, we got Mark loading up in here right now. And Lori. Mark and Lori. Slow day with the Trump supporters, chat. I apologize. I just don't think they want to debate me. I'm too much for them. Hi, Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
What the hell? Okay. All right. That was not a Mark. All right, guys. We're going to go to repeat the rules for Yell for the one time. If you are in that queue, make sure it means that you're an American adult that is at least 18 years old. And that you support Trump. Okay? All right? Make sure you're following them. Please. Yo, it's Pulse Joseph! Thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal. Yo, show some up to Joseph down below in that chat. Thank you for the big 50 saying, I'm small-minded. Here's my entire paycheck. Yo, re-reference to the first guest. Let's go. Niche reference. LFG. Yeah, you got me. Man. You got me on that on the big screen. Sounds like I'm on a TV. Yes, or I'm on speakers that are 50 feet away from you. Could you disconnect your Bluetooth?
Yeah, give me a second.
I don't know. Is he listening to me through a home? I don't know. We're just gonna ignore it. Okay.
Nah, I was just listening to music. Yeah.
Very nice. How old are you? You're on pause. I can't hear you. How old are you?
I'm 23.
You're 23. What year were you born in?
2002.
2002. What month?
January 1st.
Meaning that you're 22 at the beginning of the year. Okay, yeah, that works. Why do you support Trump?
I think there's two reasons why. I think the expansion of NAFTA, as well as domestic oil and energy production.
So we don't have NAFTA anymore. That was an old trade agreement between Canada, Mexico, and America before Donald Trump changed it to the USMCA in 2018. So maybe you're saying that the expansions to NAFTA are the USMCA. Is that what you support?
Yeah, the fair negotiations, I think, to USMCA were a good policy.
So what if I told you I think that the USMCA was one of the most terrible trade policies in American history? And I'm going to run for president. And if I win the presidency, I'm going to get rid of it. Would you ever vote for me?
I like to... Well, okay, what's your reasons why then?
I don't have any reasons.
I think you might have to look into the facts a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's Trump's position. You understand that, yes, he negotiated the expansions to NAFTA in his first term, but yes, in his second term today, he has called the USMCA, which was his own trade policy, terrible, and he's been trying to achieve worse ones by tariffing the hell out of the countries in the USMCA. So if you support the USMCA, then you shouldn't support Donald Trump's economic policy today.
I think there's a distinction between his policy with USMCA.
You keep on going to pause. I cannot hear you when you leave the app.
I think there's a difference between his policy and his negotiations with USMCA and like his broader foreign policy with the tariffs in general.
Well,
I think that
there's not a distinction because the tariffs infringe upon the trade agreement. Like when he imposes tariffs on Canada, he's infringing upon the USMCA. And he's like been trying to negotiate another trade agreement with Canada and Mexico because he doesn't like the USMCA.
I don't think that's true. I think that tariffs were a tool by Trump to get into the negotiation table for his different trade policies.
Wait. Why would Donald Trump even need to get Canada and Mexico to the negotiating table if you already like what we negotiated with them, which was the USMCA in his first term?
I think there's two reasons why. Well, yeah. So first, I think NAFTA was just outdated. It wasn't just terrible.
No, we're not talking about NAFTA. We're talking about the update of NAFTA, which is the USMCA.
Yeah, exactly. The USMCA wasn't created because NAFTA was a disaster. It was just created to bring up an already strong disagreement. I think that negotiating right now does not imply weakness because even if like greater deals get reopened to adapt to newer realities about his Trump's second term, it's like kind of thing like I think of it like this way. It's like if you update an OS on your phone, it's still like a good phone. I think it was just politically smart because Trump branded the new agreement to be a better deal to appeal to his base. But the reality is much of it was kept, like the core benefits were kept of NAFTA. And then he still tried to layer in modern provisions. So I think when it comes to actual
I'm
policy...
just quoting you real quick. You said that Donald Trump branded the New Deal as something great to his base. What's the New Deal that he wants to achieve with Canada and Mexico?
Do you mean like the actual New Deal that was negotiated a couple of years ago, or like?
No, you just told me that he branded a New Deal that he wants to achieve today to update NAFTA to his base is good. So what is that New Deal that he's branded as
the
good?
Mar-a-Lago Accord?
What's that?
You mean the Mar-a-Lago Accord?
Can you repeat that?
The Mar-a-Lago Accord, like the devalue the dollar, reduce U.S. trade deficit.
Oh, so in other words, he just wants to reduce the trade deficit with Canada and Mexico?
Wait, are you talking about the U.S.-EU trade deal or like the Mara, like...
Okay.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
I know that you're very confused because you're reading off of ChatGPT. So if I push back on what ChatGPT is saying, you literally won't have a clue because you don't actually know anything about these subjects. You're just reading off of a screen. We've been talking about the updated NAFTA, which is the USMCA, which is the current trade agreement that we had with Canada and Mexico since the middle of Donald Trump's first term, that he negotiated, that you said you supported. And we're talking about how this would mean that because Donald Trump has now called the USMCA terrible and wants a new deal, that you would disagree with him because you told us originally that you supported the USMCA, and then you went on to say that you actually support the new deal that he wants to get more than the USMCA. I asked you what that new deal was, and you said it would include a reduction in the trade deficit between the countries. So then I went on to ask you, do you think that reducing the trade deficit with America, Canada, and Mexico is good?
Okay, first, I think you have to be a little bit realistic here. There's different ways that people argue and debate, and shitting on people for sounding like AI is not one of them. Charlie Kirk definitely sounds like AI, but no one calls him out. You don't call him up on that, do you? All right.
I actually don't think that he sounds like AI. I'm going to be honest.
All right, it's fine. All right, two
answer my
points,
question.
right?
Do you think that reducing the trade deficit between America, Mexico, and Canada is good?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, why?
Right. Couple reasons. First is that I think the Mexico trade gains, like, sure, it might have come at China's expense, but the deficit still stays. Because, okay, couple things. So Chinese exports right now enter the U.S. through Mexico, correct? Like with minimal processing.
No, they
So
come
can
in
avoid
through,
tariffs on the USMCA.
they come in through ports. Now some companies that are operating inside of Canada will inside of China will send their products in through other countries to avoid the tariffs. But this has nothing to do with why I asked you why reducing a trade deficit with Mexico and Canada is good.
I was giving you the reason, bro.
No, you weren't. You were talking about Canada. You were talking about China. What is the reason why reducing the trade deficit with Mexico and Canada is good?
Okay. Let me restate.
Yeah, you got to
Going
type it
on-
into ChatGPT first. Go ahead. Take a couple seconds.
All right, sure. We think it's good because, okay, two reasons. One, we like production and jobs in the U.S. is probably good. Like domestic industries, they're definitely strengthened with the trade deficit.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah.
Do you think that innovation would strengthen our industries?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
US
think
leads
that? Do you think that
innovation
competition? Do you think that competition breeds innovation?
Competition does breed innovation. We're
Okay.
losing
So with
the-
less competition, would we have less innovation?
What?
With less competition, would we have less innovation?
That's the structure of the United States. The structure of the United States is that we're out ahead on innovation. China
I'm
has
asking a question. If we had less competition, would we therefore also have less innovation?
I guess sure. If you're talking about it like
Do
without like
tariffs prevent do tariffs prevent goods made by companies outside of America from entering into the American marketplace?
No.
No, they don't.
Yes, because
So
tariffs
wait. So then, what's the goal of the tariffs?
negotiation table rather than actual policy that's going to implement.
What is the goal of the tariffs if it is not to protect American industries by preventing the amount of goods produced by foreign companies sold in our market?
That's what I just said.
Oh,
The goal of the
you
tariff-
agree that it limits the amount of foreign goods sold in American
No,
markets?
it's not.
So then,
Tariffs-
what
okay.
is the goal of the tariff if it's not to limit the amount of foreign produced goods sold in the American marketplace?
The whole point of tariffs right now is to create leverage in negotiations because use them as a bargaining chip at the table to get partners to make concessions to you. I think that's the reason why stuff like China has continued with their 90-day pleas, etc.
Okay, so
because Trump wants better negotiations from
let's
them.
be clear. Can we agree that tariffs increase the price of foreign produced goods in the American market?
It depends on which industry.
Industry average.
What do you mean industry average?
The average of all industries.
If you're talking about industries where the U.S. lags, then obviously there's going to be like deficits. But if you talk about industries like AI,
Why are you saying deficit? Deficit is not an applicable word to my question.
what?
The word deficit is just has no relationship to an answer to my question. What do you think a deficit is?
It's not an argument. If you're talking about
I know.
industries,
I didn't give you an argument. I asked you a question because you're spamming words. You're spamming unrelated words. I'm asking you if you agree that tariffs will increase the price of goods produced by companies outside of America that are imported into America, and then you start talking about deficits. Deficits has nothing to do with you answering my question. Answer my question. Will tariffs
deficit
increase the
is-
price of goods produced outside of America?
the deficit is you have to be specific about the industry because if you're talking about certain things like manufacturing, of course the United States is already going to lag behind. But if you're talking about industries where the U.S. currently leads, like
manufacturing
service-
industries. Oh, okay. Are tariffs going to make goods manufactured for manufacturing industries outside of America more expensive inside of the American marketplace?
For which industry? You're talking about like auto or like
Bro,
pharmaceutical?
dude, just average of all industries. Typically, in the typical industry, it could be auto, it could be farm equipment, it could be fucking chips, it could be anything. It could be food. Just your typical industry. Are tariffs going to increase the price of goods sold in the American marketplace from those industries if they're produced in another country
Again,
that
not to be
imported
specific.
into America?
You can't talk about trade policy while just talking about tariffs. The same way you can't talk about the USMCA restructuring while just talking about tariffs.
Okay, I broke his brain. Because he's using ChatGPT. ChatGPT cannot give him the answers to my questions fast enough, and I broke his brain. We're going to go to remove him now because obviously we want to debate people, not AI. But the reason why I kept him up for so long was because I wanted to prove to y'all that AI is not going to take over my goddamn industry. Okay? Yeah! Boom! AI is not going to take over my industry. Yeah! Moving on to the next guest. AI will not be able to debate better than me. Boo! Get fucked up, AI. ChatGPT 5 doesn't have shit on me. Okay. All right. We're moving on. Doesn't threaten what I do. Yeah. Moving on to the next guest right now. Go ahead and hop in that queue if you support Trump. Let's go to get that next guest trip loaded in. VA Jordan, thank you for the love. Dude, it's funny because that is actually a dystopian example of how AI is trying to take over industry. And that was AI attempting to take over debate streams. Political debate. Yeah, what's going on, Trip? You support Trump?
I'm kind of in the middle right now. So my dad.
Oh, how
big Trip. I'm 18, born March 3rd, 2007.
Trip, I do apologize, man. I'm not going to lie. I don't believe you. If you were telling the truth, I apologize. And that's cool that you're in the middle, man. You should watch the streams and, see if I could change your mind. Yo, Anna with a $1 on PayPal saying, get pushed, AI. Yeah, get pushed. And then Nicholas with a $10. Appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for the 10. That's very kind of you. Show some love to Nick. Welcome in, Trump for life. Are you Trump for life?
I am. I sure am.
Oh, you don't even sound like a troll. This seems like a troll account.
No, I voted for Trump.
Okay, I believe you.
I am 29 years old.
Ooh, I don't know if I believe
If
you.
you hear that background noise, that's my AC. That's my AC.
Okay, you know what?
'Cause
You
it is
sound
hot.
legit. You sound legit. Whatever. Why do you support? Why are you such a? Wait, I'm gonna start this conversation with a different question. Instead of asking you why you
Go
support,
ahead, hit me.
Instead of asking you why you support Trump, just why are you so cringe? Imagine.
Because
imagine.
You come up here, oh my, oh high and mighty, and act like you're better than everybody when you're not.
No, I just
and
think
you
that
don't even
I'm-
know why you voted for Kamala.
I just think that I'm more in alignment with truth than everybody. That doesn't mean I think I'm better.
And the reason why I voted for him because of abortion, it's wrong to kill babies, and I voted for him because of the border bill. Because you have all the illegals coming over here taking our jobs.
Oh yeah, okay. What border bill?
The border bill.
Which one? He hasn't passed the border bill.
Well, he's going to.
Oh, he's going to. Yeah. You prove it.
I'm joking, Dean. I'm a troll.
You're
You have a good day.
You're a good troll. We're going to move on to the next guest. Caroline, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal. I appreciate you for that, love. Let's go and let up that next guest right now. Only hop in that queue if you support Trump. Banned! Moving on. I will say, good troll, though. He was able to pull off the voice to a T. Let's go and get that next guest up in here. If you're watching and you'd like to support me because you enjoy what I do here, what we do here with these daily streams, you can find my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in my bio. Get 100% of the proceeds over on those platforms. And when you donate, you'll get a notification at the top of my phone screen like Chelsea just did with a $10. As well as if you attach a message, I'll be able to read it off on stream. Chelsea with her $10 donation just said, thank you for what you do. Thank you, Chelsea. That is incredibly kind of you. Show some love to Chelsea down below. It's also in the pinned message over on YouTube where you could also support via Super Chat. Welcome in, Mario. Do you support Trump? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Banned! Moving on to the next guest. Only hop in that queue if you're an American adult that's at least 18 years old, which would make you an American adult. Obviously. That's from America, in America, and supports Trump. What's up? You support Trump? Your name makes me assume that you're fetus. You got the hand pushing away the pride flag and then the cross into the soccer ball. Are you 8? I'll take that as a yes. Banned! Moving on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute to get that next Trump supporter loaded into the live. If you don't follow the rules, if you're not a Trump supporter, I'm going to ban you. Yeah. You're going to get banned. What is B-A-N-N-E-D spelled? Well, welcome in. What's up, Jordan? Do you support Trump?
Hi. So, I'm 33. I'm trans. I just wanted to ask you a question. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I wanted to ask you a question for days.
Feel free to ask your
Please, let me ask you a question. Okay, so do you actually think it's possible to come to any kind of middle ground on trans issues with Trump supporters? Because every time it seems like it only comes down to them just not liking us. and that is the most important thing to them is what they dislike.
Yeah, well, like the way that we come to truth is by weeding out the prejudice and bigotry through education and ensuring that young Americans are informed. So then we could have a generational shift in the existence of bias, prejudice or bigotry as directed towards trans individuals. The same ideology would apply as it would relate to homophobia, racism, misogyny, etc. The prerequisite is going to be social reconditioning to weed out prejudice. Jordan, good question. I appreciate you so much for coming up here. But banned! Moving on to the next guys. Everyone just give us a minute to get that next Trump supporter loaded into the live, guys. If you're in that queue, make sure it's because you support Donald J. Trump. You're at least 18 and from America. Everyone just give us a minute. We got Retro Rex loading up into the live stream. Don't worry,
give us a minute. We got Retro Rex loading up into
banned!
the live.
Echo. Bye. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Only up in that queue if you support Trump. Only up in that queue if you support Trump. Everyone just give us a minute. Only up in that queue if you support Trump. Alyssa Giblet, your account is private. If you want to come up here and debate, you have to unprivate your account. Moving on. Here we go, everyone. Woo! 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 Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up in here. What's up, Jordan? You support Trump?
Hey, Dean. Can I ask a question also or no?
Banned! Grim, thank you for the galaxy. What's up, Lamar? Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump.
Okay, how do you?
Yeah, I like your hair.
Okay.
I like your eyes too.
What time is it?
What time is it?
Yeah.
Well, like right now or like
Yeah, right now. You have 5 seconds.
7 o'clock?
Banned! Moving on to the next guest. The latest it is on the East Coast is 6. Moving on. Here we go, everyone. Just give us a minute. Let's go to see what that next guest has to say. Quite frankly, we got the next guest loaded up in here. Everyone just be patient. What's up, Z? You support Trump?
No, I
Banned.
support Joe.
Moving on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute. Hop in that queue. If you support Trump. Moving on. We're going to go ahead and get, let's see here. Who's next? Anonymous loading up in here. Hello, Anon. Do you support Trump?
Never.
I feel like you just said, yeah, bro. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what time is it? Banned! Moving on to the next guest. Go to put a Maga with your rage down below in that chat if you want to come up here and debate. Right now, quite frankly. Ah, Jesus Christ, man. I just need a way to pass the time, to entertain myself. This is about as entertaining as it could get when we just have all the trolls. Nicole, thank you for the 70 cents over on PayPal. And Caitlin, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, and I agree that would be a good idea. It's honestly just better to tell them on the live, but thank you so much for the love, Caitlin. You are phenomenal. As well as Chelsea with the $10 over on Venmo, saying thank you for all that you do. Thank you, Chelsea. Welcome in. Do you support Trump, RC? Banned. They're left on their own. All right, guys. We need to have a very serious talk before we can continue. Look at me. There's like 70 people in the queue. Leave the queue right now unless you're an American adult that supports Trump. Just leave. You are going to get banned unless you're an American adult that supports Trump. Ari, are you MAGA or are you going to get banned? Which one? You have two options.
I hope not.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay, and how old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born in?
Do you vape?
Okay. You're going for the second option. You're banned. Moving on to the next guest. It's so simple. Be MAGA or get banned. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome in. Do you support Trump, Graham?
Hello, my friend. How are you doing, buddy?
You sound
How
very.
are you doing, my
you sound
friend?
very British. What time is it?
I am not British, my friend. I live in the United States of America.
Okay.
How can you
Cook,
just say
what
that
time
I
is
am
it?
British? It is 6:40 p.m.
Really? What state are you in?
I am in Oklahoma.
Really? Because in Oklahoma, it's actually 5:40 p.m. Banned!
Just let me
Moving
say-
on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute, y'all. Let's go to get that next guest up in here. How could you say that I'm not from America? How? Moving on. Everyone, just give us a minute. Welcome in. Do you support Trump, Kaylee?
Hello?
Hi. Do you support Trump?
Hi, yes. I've been waiting for you, Dean.
And how old are you?
I'm 22. I was born on January 3rd, 2003.
Really? Tell me something that only a 22-year-old would know.
I know. Do you know Hennessy?
Like the...
Yeah. I
Well,
don't know. I feel like that's an older one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm from South Carolina.
I'll determine if you're a child based upon your argument. Why do you support Trump?
Personally, I support it because of abortion.
So you're pro-life?
Yeah.
Okay, also, did you just turn 22 because your bio says 21?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been in the live a couple days now, and I've been trying to get in, but it was my birthday 2 days ago.
I feel like you're trolling. Do you know what I'm about to do, Kaylee?
Ban.
Banned! Moving on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute to get a real Trump supporter like Ace loaded up into the live stream. Here we go. Welcome in, Ace. Are you MAGA? Do you support Trump?
I do, brother. Hey, man, just quick question. What are you going to do when you can't find people to debate in here? It seems like you're having a real hard time trying to find people. Yet, people are wasting their money, giving you money to hear trolls. Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan for when you can't get anybody else in here?
Yes, I do. Because the moment that I can't get anybody in here to debate is the moment when nobody supports Trump. Right? And my plan for when nobody supports Trump is to take a week-long vacation to some island in the Caribbean.
Paid by the people in here that are struggling. That's pretty cool.
Well, like paid for by the donors, yes. And drink mojitos and coconut water on the half shell. So that's what I'm going to do.
That's cool, man. Sounds good. Send me an invite. I'll meet up with you.
No, I will not be doing that, Ace.
All right, man. I just thought it was funny. I was in here for a long time trying to hear a debate, and
I know,
you just
but
got trolls,
but
trolls.
Okay, but there's a silver lining to it. So obviously, like, I get upset when we get trolls and trolls and trolls. But the silver lining is that all that means is that there's not too many Trump supporters left that are willing to debate me. How does that make you feel as a Trump supporter that we could seriously have 13,000 people in this space, and you are probably the only Trump supporter with a big enough spine to even request? What does that tell you about supporting Trump?
Tells a lot that we're just not paying attention to you guys no more.
Wow.
And there is times when I'm scrolling through and you catch me, man. I hear something and I'm just like, come on. And you get me.
Well,
and that's where you're getting most of the Trump supporters.
I think what it means is that there's just not many Trump supporters left.
Nah, I just think that they're ignoring you. Your bigotry.
Do you think that Trump supporters ignore me because I beat them in debates?
No, I think they ignore you because you don't let people talk. You just got on the guy about AI, but you seem to click on your computer. You need people to know.
I'm sorry.
So what's the difference there?
You lagged out. Repeat.
I mean, people are tired of you just cut them off. And I mean, you got onto the guy about the AI, but anytime you don't have an answer, you're clicking on your computer trying to find stuff out. So what's the difference?
Oh, the difference.
Do it all the time.
The difference is that I don't have a surface level understanding of everything that I talk about at any given point, based upon what a computer algorithm generates to me. And when you hear me clackety-clacking away on my keyboard, it's usually to fact check the guess or to be able to give resources such as audio or video clips that demonstrate that they're wrong certainly.
Right, but when other people do that, you say you're not educated. So
No,
does that
actually,
mean you're not
I don't
educated?
say. There is an example of somebody saying that they're Googling something on this live. I think it was our first guest that was talking about AI, funny enough. And then I laughed, and they're like, why are you laughing at me for wanting to research something? And I explicitly said, I'm not laughing at you for wanting to research something. I think that's fine. We should all want to do that more. I'm laughing at you because of everything that you're saying as a total. It's just super duper ridiculous. So no, I'm fine with people researching shit.
Okay. All right. I guess
So let's see if you're educated. Why do you support Trump?
I mean, I have an issue with, if there is one kid hurt in this world, I think we should, change laws and make it hard for people to hurt kids, which is in the example of what happened in California at a farm, and they had, undocumented immigrants in there and, offenders. And, I think that it is worth changing if one person is hurt.
Okay.
But you guys are fighting for the opposite.
So you really care about children's safety?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the leading cause of death in children?
Obesity, maybe? I don't know.
Guns.
You want to go on that one?
So would you support incredibly restrictive gun control, given that it would definitely reduce the amount of children dying?
Well, that's to say that if people that are using, guns in a bad way are going to follow the law anyway.
Well, I mean, we
So
know that when we
that's where
implement,
your argument goes.
we know that
is
when we
because-
implement more gun regulation, that gun deaths per capita go down. So there's this company, they're called Everytown Gun Research. They track gun deaths per 100,000 residents of every state in this country, as well as they track the level of gun control that the state has. It is a one-to-one comparison. The more gun control a state has, the less gun deaths that they have per 100,000 residents. So common sense gun control, regulation, and reform is proven and works. But for whatever reason, you probably don't support it, even though you want to.
Well, why not? Why isn't that the case in Chicago, bro? I mean, come on, man.
So yeah, so now the response.
They have really high gun laws, and yet they're the most killing places.
Now the response is to look at like very specific cities. I have a question. What state is Chicago in?
I don't know the state that it's in. But why do you jump off the? It doesn't matter. I don't play your. You jumping around and trying to make people look dumb. It's the facts. Is you gun laws are in place and they're not.
You don't know what state Chicago's in?
That's not what I said. What I said is I don't play your game of jumping around.
It's in Illinois, right? Did you know that Illinois has less gun deaths per 100,000 residents than fucking Louisiana?
Stick to the point, brother.
I am. The state that Chicago is in has less gun deaths per 100,000 residents than God diddly damn Louisiana.
Anyways,
why does Louisiana have more gun deaths than the state that Chicago's in? It's because they have less gun control.
But you think that's the real reason? It's not. People are still hurting people with guns. People will find a way. So making those laws of that doesn't do anything.
Okay, so then, according to your view,
Except
why does
for the people
Louisiana
that
have
actually
more
follow
gun
the
deaths per
laws.
100,000 residents than Illinois?
I don't know. I'm sure you'll tell me.
I already did. It's because they have less gun control.
Okay. Yeah. Or, whatever.
Do you mind if I ask you another question?
Sure.
So, you really care about children's safety, right?
Yeah.
Would you ever support somebody as president if they've like openly boasted about perving on naked kids and grown adult women in like their changing rooms?
Yeah, no. I mean, you keep jumping around. We were talking about the what you asked me of why did I support Trump. So I did, and now you're trying to go around changing things up to fit your narrative.
Well, it's called conceptual relationships. Could I explain to you the conceptual relationship between the original premise that you suggested?
If you believe if one kid is hurt in any way, that there should be a law in place for that. And do anything necessary to stop one child from getting hurt.
It depends on like why.
Do you
they're
believe
hurt.
that? So so it depends on why.
Of course.
If
for instance,
one child,
for instance, Ace, I'll give you an example. Like kids are like mentally hurt by doing homework. I know that I was. Like this doesn't mean that we should like ban homework.
If one kid is being SA'd, would you change a law to help any further kids?
Yeah, it would definitely reduce childhood
so
SA.
that's why the border is such a big issue, because one kid, and it's not even just one, it's multiple that are having problems, that are issues out there that people are doing bad things.
I hear you, but I don't think that mass deportation is a solution because it's proven to.
I think it's a start. I think it's a start.
No, I think that it causes more SA amongst children. Like, think about it. It destabilizes our economy, which increases poverty, which increases crime and violent crime. We know that individuals have a higher proclivity towards crime the less money that they have. So why would we want to ensure that more people have less money to reduce crime if we inevitably know that would increase crime, right? And
because
then
that's
it's like also maybe like another question that I'd ask you here.
That's speculation on.
Nothing is speculative about the economic theory that there's a link between poverty and crime.
It's a speculation. Speculation. That's literally what that means, bro. Theory.
So why do you think we see people commit more crimes the less money they have?
I don't know. I mean, it goes a lot. There should be more fathers in homes, and
because when you have less money, you are more focused on your immediate needs, and you're more likely to engage in illegal/criminal actions in order to soothe said immediate needs.
Well, do you
As well
think
as you're
that
just more likely to be less happy. Let's
harsher
just
punishments for crimes could get people away from doing crimes, even if they're poor?
Oh, well, obviously you don't, because you put a 34-count felon adjudicated rapist in the Oval Office.
Oh, here we go again. We're talking about something else, bro.
Well, I'm just pointing out your hypocrisy. It's because
I know.
you're over here
pointing
saying
out
that you
stuff.
really care about like children in SA, bro. You literally put an SAer that has openly boasted about perving on naked children in the Oval Office.
No,
How am
I
supposed to take a
didn't.
single
I
word that you
didn't. I
take
voted
seriously?
for one person, and a bunch of other people voted
Wait.
too.
If Donald Trump
Well,
had openly
obviously-
boasted about perving on naked kids, would you still support him as president?
Bro, you're going in a weird way, man.
Well, I think that this is incredibly relevant. You were telling us that if there's even one child that is harmed, we need to implement wide restrictive policy that will destroy our economy and ensure that more children are harmed, and we need to be tougher on crime. My question is clear. Let's see if you're a fucking hypocrite. If Donald Trump had openly boasted about harming children, would you still support him as president? If he'd openly boasted about perving on the naked bodies of kids, perving on the naked bodies of grown adult women, would you still support him as president?
Did he do it?
Yes, if he did do that,
Did he
if he
do
did
it?
perv on them, would you still support him as president?
No ifs, bro. Did he do it?
Right now, it's an if-then. It's just hypothetical. He didn't actually do this, right? He's a good guy.
Yeah. Oh, in the what we're talking about, California, the farm happened.
Listen, he didn't
Yeah,
actually
bro.
do this. He didn't actually do this. He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
I just want to test to see if like you're a partisan.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that
listen,
at all.
Listen,
I didn't say
I just want to
that. I
test
said
to see if
he
you're a
didn't
partisan.
do it.
Listen, Ace. I'm just trying to test if you're a partisan hack. Trump didn't actually do this. You got me. But my question to you is, hypothetically, if he did, would you still support him?
I do not play hypotheticals, man. I live in the real world of, of real facts, bro.
Okay, so if this was a real
That's it.
fact, would you still support him?
I don't play those games, brother.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
not
Have you ever
talking
watched a movie before?
Yeah, I love movies, man.
You understand that
Because
movies are
you know-
hypotheticals, right?
You know it's a movie.
Yeah, movies are hypotheticals. Like Superman's just
that doesn't
hypothetical.
mean I think Superman's real. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go to fucking
Right, so you do hypotheticals.
look for Superman. Come on, brother.
Okay,
You
can
know,
I
it's-
can I demonstrate
it's
to you the reason why hypotheticals are important in debate?
Why is hypothetical? I don't think debates should have hypotheticals.
Okay,
to be
well,
honest.
yeah, so the
I
reason-
think you should
okay.
be just going off of rights and wrongs.
Okay.
And
So tell
what's
me.
good
So
and
tell
helping.
me. So tell me. I'm going to give you one
Mhm.
last opportunity to answer the question. And I'm going to give
And
you
then what?
my
You
response to the
kick me
question.
like
too.
everybody else. I'm the only Trump supporter you have in here,
No,
bro.
because
You're gonna
hopefully
lose
you'll
money.
answer the question, Ace.
Bro, if I leave, you're gonna lose money and you're gonna be sitting there for another hour. I think your people can give you money while we're talking. You know, what I'm
Kelly,
saying?
thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. I appreciate you for the
There you
love.
go.
Thank you for the love, Kelly. Everybody shows their love to Kelly down below. Victoria with a $25 over on Venmo saying
He's
thank
giving
you
him
for all
money
that you
'cause he says
do.
he's
Thank you for
gonna
the
go
love,
have a
Victoria
pina
and Kelly.
colada
I
on the
appreciate you.
beach.
Yes, pina coladas. Let's go.
Yeah,
Andrew
give him that
with a
money. He
$10
needs it.
over on Venmo saying mojito on me. Hopefully you get to have it sooner rather than later. Thank you for the $10, Andrew. Then Rihanna, thank you for the $40 over on Venmo. Let's go, Rihanna. Let's go, Rihanna. Rihanna said I watch your
Yeah,
live streams every
Rihanna.
day. Thank you so much for the love. What did you say about work?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yo,
other people are working for you,
Roberto!
you're just getting
Thank you for the TikTok shuttle. Let's go. Wait, is this guy like getting jealous and whining? He's so mad. Thank you for the TikTok shuttle, Roberto.
no,
You were
bro, I'm
awesome.
good.
Thank you so much, Roberto.
I'm
Holy
good.
shit. Yo, then also Sasha. Thank you so much for the $10 over on PayPal. Angela with the $10. And then
Yeah,
Brandon.
Sasha.
Thank you for the $50 over on
Brandon.
PayPal for the mojito. Let's go,
Yes,
Brandon.
mojito.
Brandon just gave me $50
when
bucks
you
for a
drink those
mojito.
mojitos, you remember who gave you the money for them, bro.
Brandon, I'll remember Brandon.
Yeah, I hope so. You can remember all the people that gave you the money.
I do.
You know, I mean, when you're on the, having that mojito, I really do hope you, mention them. Be like, cheers, Brandon.
Sir, why are you pocket watching?
What's pocket watching?
You seem to be very infatuated with my income.
No, I'm just, throwing out the obvious.
Oh, I'm actually about to throw out the obvious too. It's
What's
obviously
that,
the
brother?
case that no reasonable person would still support a president if said president had openly boasted about perving on naked kids and grown adult women, right?
Yeah, because you have options of, candidates, and you pick the ones that are going to be good for you, bro.
Okay.
That's it. That's everybody. That's all that Trump supporters did is pick what's going to be good for them. Because the
I
majority
don't
of them
hurt their
are
feelings. Right. No, but I mean,
Oh,
you
the
see a
majority
beautiful
of them
woman, you
are
want to
out
have
here in
that.
the working
You're
field.
a guy who likes to have everything, right?
Well, couldn't that be construed, however, as
Conflict?
yes?
I don't see it as a conflict.
It could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later
The
on.
question is, how can it not be construed?
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with vagina. And
Well, you could also say, as the owner of the
confused. What's
pageant,
going
it's
on,
your
bro?
obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell me
I'll
what
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting.
Right,
I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Point number 1. I just played you the clip, and I'm about to fucking crash out on you if you still say that you support Trump after hearing that shit. Point number 2, usually I set this up with a hypothetical question if you still support Trump if he did this, but you literally didn't engage in the hypothetical. Then you said that hypotheticals shouldn't be used in a debate. Point number 3, I just thought of this while the clip was playing. You literally used a hypothetical against me earlier in the debate when you asked me if I would support restrictive policy to prevent the harm of children, even if one child is hurt. That in of itself
No, I
is a
used
hypothetical.
facts. I used a fact. It wasn't hypothetical. I asked you if you would, support changing laws if you could help one kid. In the case of California, where there was an SAer
would you still support Donald Trump if he had openly boasted about perving on naked teens and naked grown adult women? In the case that he actually did this on Howard Stern's podcast in 2005 in a clip that I just played you. Take it away, my friend.
Why didn't my mic turn off? Did you turn my mic off? Can you do that?
No, Trump did. This is Trump's America.
Trump did?
Don't forget that. So go ahead and tell me, how do you feel about Donald Trump boasting about perving on teens and grown adult women?
It doesn't matter because he didn't do it, and I didn't vote for him for what he says. Everybody knows he talks a lot of shit.
Wait, he said that he did it.
He didn't. What? He didn't do what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, went into the changing rooms of naked women and naked teenage girls to oogle their naked bodies, and then said he gets away with things like that.
Okay.
So you don't care about the
I guess.
sexual exploitation of little girls?
Yeah, actually, yeah. If that was, if that's true, that's true.
Wait, if that's true,
fine.
then it's true. It is true. I played you the clip of him admitting to it.
Okay, then fine. They're bad on Trump.
So you don't
what
support
now?
Trump anymore as president?
No, I support Trump for doing what he's doing for working class people.
Okay, name one thing that Donald Trump has done for working class people since his term begun.
Well, on a personal level, he's kind of freed up some EPA regulations for where my field of work is, and kind of helped that out.
Which ones?
Because California here has a lot of really air restrictions.
What
work in
EPA regulations?
The quality air control, bro.
Oh, and how has that helped you? How has making our air dirtier helped you?
Huh? I mean, it. You got to know that. Well, you don't know. You sit at a desk. I'm sure you don't know much about engines and stuff like that. But they're very clean. But yet the regulations are very, very hard to meet and are kind of ridiculous. So
So
on a personally, yes, absolutely.
How's that helped you?
And that's why people vote.
How's it helped you?
To help. It kept me having a job.
Okay, what job where?
I mean, why would I say that on here, bro?
Okay, I just don't know how that's helped you.
In the power industry. There you go.
So what specific EPA regulation did he rescind?
Air quality control. He laxed them, so people can run stuff.
Okay, could you show me where he did this?
Hey, bro, you're typing on your computer, bro. Why aren't you,
I know, because I typed this into my computer to try to find it for myself. I couldn't, so now I'm asking you.
But you got mad at the other guy for doing the same thing.
I've already cleared that up. That's not true. Now answer my question.
That's not how you said it, bro.
So, obviously I couldn't find it. So what specific changes did he make to the air quality control regulations of the EPA?
The EPA regulations, bro.
I know. From what to what?
I don't know.
So then how do you relax them?
All I know is one day, hey, you can turn the engine on.
Engine of what on?
Power plant engines, bro.
Okay, so like a new power plant started in your area, and you're blaming this on Donald Trump's deregulation of the EPA?
I'm not helping. I'm not blaming it. I'm helping.
Okay, well, like what
I'm saying it's
specific?
helping.
Okay, so then how do you know that he like repealed this regulation? Like, where's the evidence that he did this?
Where's the evidence that he didn't?
Ace, you're trolling. Did you just tell me I have to give you evidence that you're wrong? Okay. You shouldn't support Trump because last night he raped a 10-year-old girl. I can't give you any evidence that he actually did this, but you also won't be able to give me evidence that he didn't do this. Therefore, any rational mind would conclude that he did.
Well, Dean uses your guys' money to go have pina coladas and doesn't really care about what he says.
You seem really dead set on the money. I think that you're jealous of my income. You're jealous of my donors. You're jealous of my donations. You're a very jealous old guy.
I'm not old. I'm 17, bro.
Why would you lie about being 17?
Because you were gonna ban me. I wanted to hear you say banned.
You're not 17. Why? What a weird. Why would you say that you're a minor?
I said
when
what
you're
I
not
wanted
a minor?
to say, man. I just want to get on here and
Yo, JC, thank you for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you, JC. Let's get 500 JCWs down below in that comment section. Thank you so much for the $50, JC. Eugene, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Parker with the $20 over on Venmo saying have a drink on me and keep making snowflakes cry. Thank you for the love, Parker, Eugene, and JC. As well as Annie with the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat, and the Silent with the $10 to tell this fool to get pushed. Yeah, you got pushed, fool. Sasha with the $10. Thank you so much. Angela with the $10. Plumies with the $10 AUD. I appreciate everyone so much for all the love. Oh my God, yo, Peter with a $150 donation over on Venmo. Dude,
damn, he got the daybed too?
Peter with a
day,
$150. You want to know what Peter said with their $150 donation?
What's that?
They said, "Here's $150 for making Ace look like a complete moron."
Well, it is what it is. It doesn't hurt my feelings, bro. I don't care what other people
One thing, I'd recommend to stop lying about your age and saying that you're 17 on the internet as like a 35-year-old man. That was weird as shit. We're going to move on to the next guest. Seriously, Peter, I really appreciate you so much for that love. It's incredibly kind of you. Thank you for the $150 donations, Peter. As well as Catherine, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo. My next virgin pina coladas on you. Dude, thank you for the love, Catherine. No, I'm actually going to be 21 soon. Guys, my birthday is in like, I don't know, let me do the math here. Welcome in, Jacob. Do you support Trump?
Let's see.
Damn, wow, my birthday's in 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. It's in 2 weeks and 6 days. Do you support Trump, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay, how do you?
I can't say.
Skedaddle. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go, chat. Quite frankly, skedaddle. Y'all already know what it is. Moving on to Kitty. If you're in the queue, make sure that you're at least 18. American Maga and ready to debate. Are you a Trump supporter? Or are you going to get banned?
No. Wait, yes, I am a Trump supporter. I don't need to get banned.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 18.
And why do you support Trump?
Well, the first thing I just really wanted to say, Dean, is a question for you about Trump.
I don't think that you're a Trump supporter. We're going to move on to Reese. Everyone, just give us a minute, y'all. What's up? Do you support Trump?
Wait. No. But I just wanted to say that...
I'm sorry, you're banned. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go, everybody. I'm going to reach out to Parker, see if he wants to coast for a little bit. What's up? What's up, man? You support Trump?
No. I just want to say hi.
Texting Parker, swiping back into TikTok, and banned. Moving on to the next guest, guys. Dude. Cody's back. Cody is back. Cody, what the hell do you want?
I'm not so bad.
No, man. Last time you were up here, you said some bad stuff.
Okay, well, what did I say bad specifically? And I won't say it again.
You told women to like close their legs. That was like super derogatory and sexist.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of assholeish. Okay, I will admit that. That was an asshole move on my part. Okay,
it was.
So, but I do want to speak about one thing. You said there is a who was that you said had a gun? They keep track of gun violence.
Every Town Research.
Okay, I have to look them up. I ain't never heard of them. But have you ever looked up the research for underage mental? They, this society with the pew pew thing, what you're talking about, this society that's had these gun deaths has all these children has been mentally unstable over, like let's just say, I know you just said you're about to turn 21. I get that, but like
So
you said earlier,
people that go out and kill other people with guns usually are mentally unstable. Yeah.
now listen, now there is a fact on that. Yes, that most children, I didn't say adults, but children.
Yeah, most minors who commit gun violence with the use of firearms are typically unstable. Duh.
You do have adults who you got gang members like you mentioned Chicago earlier. Like I'm surprised he didn't know that was Illinois. I'm sorry, that was kind of crazy. But let's just say out there is a lot of gun violence and it's mostly gang gun violence, and I get that. So
I don't know if that's true. It might be. I'm not so.
I mean, I'd want to say you have more. I mean, if you can look it up on the computer right now, you got it right there at your hands. Would you say there's more?
Listen, I'm just confused. I'm just confused on your first point there. You said something about like mental illness as it relates to like violent crime with use of firearms. Listen, man.
Yes, sir.
I think that two things can be true at once. I think it can be true when we implement more gun control. There's less gun deaths, and a lot of gun deaths is derivative not only of access to guns but also mental illness.
Okay, well,
what if we required? What if we required like a psychiatric exam and a license to own a firearm?
In order to own a firearm?
Yeah, like would you say that like cars are could be pretty dangerous?
Okay, that actually would not be that bad because I mean to go be a police officer you have to actually have a psych eval.
Very nice, Cody. Moving on to the next guest now that you've told us how you feel. Yeah, that's what I support. I think that firearms should be licensed. I think that's common sense. We do it for cars, and we're all okay with it. Why wouldn't we do it for firearms? Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
18.
What year are you born in?
2007.
What month?
August.
Okay. Are you talking to me through like a Bluetooth headset or anything?
No, my AC is on. That might be like the problem.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Tell us why you support Trump.
Because I think he's a good president.
And why is that, Gracie?
I just do. Like, he's just better than any Democrat.
Okay. Why?
Like, there's no explaining needed. He's just better.
Okay, Gracie. Listen, I too was 18 once. I wasn't... Sorry, I can't pull that card. I'm only 20.
2 years ago.
I tried. No, listen. On a real note, you have to have reason for the shit that you believe, Gracie. That's what I want to leave you with. You can't just delude anything into existence. Very bad, Gracie. Now go critically think, I tell you. Go critically think, I tell you. We're going to skip her. I'm not going to deal with that shit. Let's go get that next guest loaded up in here. Banned. Chances are she was underage. Oh, man. This chair's hurting me, everybody. Let me tell you, this chair hurts. Moving on to Rust Belt Gold. Yeehaw. Chad, I went to the gym this morning. It felt so great. Hit a chest and a shoulder day. What's going on? Do you support Trump, Rust Belt Gold? No, they're not even here. Yo, more liberal men need to be in the gym. Let me tell y'all. We need to win the gym culture. Because I go to a public gym, and every single time I'm in this public gym, every Gen Z man in there is giving me the nastiest side eye. So for all the liberal men watching this live, please go get in that gym so I don't get side-eyed anymore. Let's go to load up that next guest right now. Welcome in, Cade. Do you support Trump?
I love you, Dean. I love you, Dean.
I appreciate you for that love. Burn! I'm just kidding. I didn't actually ban you. but we're only looking to debate Trump supporters. Yo, Chick, thank you so much for the $20 over on YouTube Super Chat. I appreciate you so much for the love. I will take a look at that. Thank you for the $20 in the message, Chick. I'll definitely look into that. Thank you. We're going to go and load up that next guest, but y'all, let's show some love to Chick down below. All right, moving on right now. We got Rebecca. Yo, Makai, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo saying go get yourself something nice for your birthday. Thank you, Makai. As well as Catherine with the $10. Thank you so much, Catherine. And then Sasha with the $10 as well. A reminder to choose peace. Thank you. All right, we got that next guest loading up in here right now, y'all. Chat, the birthday's not for another 2.5 weeks. Don't worry about it. You know, this is going to be the third birthday I've shared with y'all. The third, chat. I think that's crazy to me. I've shared so many birthdays doing this. You know, I feel like it was just yesterday I started these streams. But now this will be the third birthday I've shared.
Andy was like, guess what they wanted me to.
She didn't even know that she was on the live, but she was in a car talking to somebody about me. Moving on to the next guest. Go ahead and hop in that queue if you're watching and you support Trump. We're only looking for debates, everybody. We're only looking for debates, everybody. We got that next guest, Angelique, loading in. Angelique, what's going on? Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
24.
And why the hell do you support the worst president of your life?
Can you relate to the middle class?
Can I relate to the middle class?
Yes. Do you struggle like the middle class?
I grew up homeless at points.
Oh, but you make a lot of money, right?
So I don't share specifics about my income, but what I do say is that
You make about a good 5K a day, though, don't you?
No.
So if you make a lot of money,
No,
it's kind of
I'll reject the
offensive to
absurd
people who are
claims.
struggling.
Okay.
It's a bit offensive.
You support a
I don't think
president.
a person like you. I really don't think a person like you that makes a lot of money should talk about the middle class.
You support a billionaire as president.
Yes, I do. And
Connect the dots.
you are nobody.
Do you need me to connect the
We
dots
don't know
for
who
you?
you are. Nobody cares about
Okay.
you.
Okay.
You're irrelevant.
She says in
You're
front of
irrelevant.
15,000 people, like actively. Dude, I get
I
this
hope
like
you realize nobody cares about
I
you.
get like this mental image.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares
You're
about
literally
you.
saying that in front of 15,000
Nobody
people
cares.
concurrently.
I don't care. Who cares?
So
Who gives a fuck?
Well, hopefully you should if you care about truth, because your statement that nobody
well-
cares. Did you know that in the last 30 days I've gotten close to 500 million views? Nobody cares. Keep on deluding and gaslighting yourself into thinking that liberalism doesn't have momentum.
I forget you're sassy.
Damn straight you did.
Oh, by the way, didn't you get kicked out? I see why your brother did though. You're not humble. You're not humble at all.
I'm not humble?
You're not humble. You are disrespectful, and you are not a good debater at all. I'm sorry.
I have a question real quick.
Respectfully, because you like the truth, right? Well,
I have
I'm
a
being
question.
honest.
Do you know what I give?
You give a lot of fucking false fucking facts.
No,
That's
no,
all
no,
I
no,
gotta
no, no.
say. You're a hoax.
I give what I
You're
get.
a hoax.
I
You're
get,
a grifter.
I give what I get.
You're
Sit the
literally
fuck
a
down.
grifter, bro.
What is a grifter?
A fucking person that's literally stealing people's money for no fucking reason.
Bro,
You
why
literally
is there
don't
so many
use
guests
that money
today
for good
that are
purposes.
obsessed with the people that donate to me? You
Because
understand
you're
that
literally a
only
hypocrite.
causes
You make
more
so
people
much
to
money,
donate to
and then
me.
you're struggling.
Aaron, thank you for the $5 over on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love, Aaron. Go ahead. Okay, Angelique, I'm
That's
gonna be very clear with you.
You ever lived in Tijuana? Have you ever lived in a third world country? Tijuana? You ever lived there?
I was born and
Because
raised
that's
in
real
America.
struggle. Because I lived there.
Sasha,
and it was
thank you for the
pretty
$10 over on PayPal. Thank you so much. And then Janessa with the $20 on Venmo saying this girl is crazy. We
See
all
what I
care
mean?
about you. Appreciate you
You
for the
guys
love.
get money.
And then Brittany with the $5 over
what
on
I
Venmo
mean?
for the grift. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Point
Stop
proven.
talking about the donations and people will stop donating to me. I don't know why y'all keep making this dire fucking mistake. You understand that when you
It's
come up
'cause you're
here,
actually
no,
kinda
listen,
smart, though.
listen,
Your
listen,
followers are
listen.
so
Just listen to what I have to
stupid
say.
that they're gonna keep
Listen.
grifting you.
Oh, now they're stupid. You know that's just gonna cause them to donate more.
Oh,
They do it to
no,
piss
not
you off.
further.
They
Ew,
do it to
I'm not
piss
about
you
to
off.
fucking
What is going
not
on
fucking
here?
Parker here.
Stephanie,
Jesus
thank you for the
Christ.
$5
wrong with
over
me?
on Venmo.
Jesus
Shannon, thank you for the $100 over on PayPal for the grift. Let's go, Shannon. Dude, show some love to Shannon down below in that comment section for the $100 PayPal donation for the grift. Dude, how do you feel about
going on?
Yo, Angelique, how do you feel about Shannon donating $100 for the grift?
I don't know. I find it offensive to poor people. Yep. Oh, you're laughing about poor people?
Dude, what is this rage bait?
Wait, don't you support? Do you support the big beautiful bill?
There's people on the streets right now, and you're over
Do you
here
support the big
laughing on your
beautiful bill?
fucking high horse because you get money.
Do you support the big beautiful bill?
I support God. That's what I support.
I'm asking if you support the
I
big beautiful
support
bill.
God, Parker. Something you don't
And
like.
would Jesus
I
support?
know
Would
you don't
Jesus
like
support Donald
Jesus.
Trump
I
or
know
Kamala
you don't
Harris?
like Jesus, but Jesus loves you. Okay?
Wait.
Jesus loves you, Parker. So
I have a
don't
question.
Be, don't
If Jesus had the capacity to
don't
vote
ever give,
for either Kamala Harris or for
don't-
Donald Trump,
don't try to talk to me about
who
my
would he
vote.
vote for?
Do not try to disrespect my God. Don't
How's
do
that
it.
disrespectful
Don't do
to
it.
ask
Don't
how he would
fucking
vote
do it
for?
because I know how you work, Parker. Don't act dumb.
I'm not
Don't act fucking
disrespecting
dumb.
anything.
Listen, with all due respect, Angelique, the only person that's
With all due respect, Angelique, Dean, can you talk like a fucking man for once? Jesus.
So you're saying that men talk disrespectful? Well, yeah, definitely some bad men you're around. Now, to move on, the only person that's disrespecting your God here is you.
You're stupid. You're a fucking retard.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
so
Yeah,
horrible.
bye.
How many continents are there?
Oh my God. What are you gonna tell me now? 3 branches of government or
Well,
what? Your other little.
I just see this correlation that people who say the R word don't know how many continents there are, and they're just not smart at all. Yeah.
Diabolical.
No, I always like to point that out. People that use derogatory terms, like they're always just really stupid, like every single time. We're gonna move on to the next guest.
How's your day been so far?
Dude, it's been crazy, Parker. I've had so many people just like Angelique come up here and like talk so much shit. I don't know what it is.
What did you do? Did you like piss people off?
Nah, man, we've been cooling today. We've been cooling. Like before Angelique was in here, I was talking about how I went to the gym this morning and worked out my chest and shoulders. And then Angelique came out of nowhere. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's been like 4 people today that have been like so pissed off by the donations. Yo, Bjorn, thank you for the $11 over on PayPal for grifting for Momo. Appreciate you for that love, Bjorn. Mikai, thank you for the $20. Oh my God, thank you, Mikai. Catherine with the $5 for the grift. Nicole with the $5 for the grift. Olivia with the 20 cents for the grift. Monica with the $5 for the grift. And Nell, thank you so much for the love with the $35 donation over on PayPal. Nell says, tell her crazy ass we care and to be a little bit more humble. Appreciate you for that love, Nell. As well as Lydia with the $5, thank you. And then Kalia with the $20 for the grift over on Venmo. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. And then, no, I didn't. I'll have to take a look into that. Thank you, Eli. As well as Romy with the $20 over on Venmo saying, fuck you, Angelica. Good to see you again, Romy. Then, yo, Deanna, thank you for the $100 over on Venmo. What the fuck? Deanna, beautiful. And name, by the way, it's literally Dean with an A at the end. Deanna, thank you for the $100. Saying $100 to shut this girl up. Thank you for the love. That is literally insane. Thank you, Deanna. Lexi with the $5 for the grift. Erica with the $2 for the grift. Adam with the $5 for the grift. Adriana with the $4 for the grift. Anna with a $5 saying a gift for the grift. Nightbelly with the $5 saying grift baby grift. Alyssa with the $5 for her favorite grifter. Stephanie with the $5 for the grift. Brittany with the $5 for the grift. Janessa with the $20 over on YouTube. Over on Venmo. Thank you so much for the love. I really appreciate that. I like Potato with the $10 to tell her to get push. MM with the $10 as well, saying happy early birthday. And then Bailey with the $5 over on PayPal for the grift. Thank you all so very much indeed. Welcome in Apple. Do you support Trump?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I sure can. Are you MAGA?
Yes, I am. But
great.
before we continue, do you mind if I? Hello. I am American, but I haven't lived in America for the past 4 years. So do I still count?
Do you vote in elections?
Yes, I voted in the last election, but my father is Angolan, my mother's Portuguese. I lived in America my entire life.
What is election day in America?
Believe November. No, I don't. I don't remember. But I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am American. I promise you, I am American. I was born in New Orleans, Louisiana. I lived there, and then I moved to Texas.
I don't
I
know.
moved to Texas.
I
I
feel
promise
like
you, I am telling the
I
truth.
feel like
I
if
am,
you were lying, you wouldn't have known that the election was in November. We'll give it a shot. Why do you support Trump?
well, it is out of fear, right? For me, you see, I feel that our country, we're losing so much money. We're losing jobs. My family, we are struggling. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous. I was not expected to being called. Whew. Jeez, I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have done this today. I'm so sorry. This is like, I'm shaking like
Listen,
crazy.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know how you do this.
Listen, man.
Holy fuck.
The first live I
Excuse
ever
me.
joined with a lot of people on it at once was Parker's when he had 1,000 people in there. It was just
Okay.
1,000, not 15,000 like we have right now. 1,000. And when I joined his live with 1,000 people on it, I was shaking in my fucking boots too. I actually think you're more intelligent because you're nervous as fuck. I think that the Trump supporters that come up here and don't feel a damn thing are less intelligent because of that.
Look, I've heard the people speaking today, and now I'm starting to reconsider. That's why I'm shaking right now. I don't want to sound like those guys. But it is, there are fears that I've had. For instance, I've been living in Portugal, and we've had an immigration problem too. And people are having a hard time finding homes. So I'm assuming that what's happening in America is the same, that people are having a hard time finding homes because of immigration and things like that. I might be wrong.
Yes,
I'm
you
starting to think that I'm wrong.
Okay, I'll give you like really compelling economic reason to believe that undocumented immigrants don't create a housing problem.
Okay.
More of them are of working age, so they're more likely to work than citizens, and they're more likely to work in construction. 1 out of every 7 construction workers is an undocumented immigrant. This means that they're more likely to contribute to the supply side of the American housing market than citizens. What about the demand side? Well, they're less likely to buy a house because banks don't give loans to people that don't have a social security number, and they're less likely to rent because of a lot of people that rent properties won't rent to non-citizens. So they're less likely to contribute in the demand side of housing. And when you're more likely to contribute in the supply side and less likely to contribute in the demand side, overall, you have a net positive effect on the pricing of houses.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have no argument for that.
That's the way I think about it. You know, they're going out
I
there.
have absolutely no argument for that.
They're building a shit ton of houses, and they're not buying houses at all, and they're less likely to rent. You know, so drive the pricing of houses down.
Okay. Well, I have no problem. I have no argument. I don't want to waste your time. I apologize. I thought I was going to come here and fight you. No.
Not a thing in the world that you need
Now
to
I'm
apologize
nervous.
for. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye. Good luck.
Have a good one. No, I seriously do believe that like guests that come up here that get nervous, I've more hope for them because that's like a reasonable reaction. Come on.
It is.
Isn't it? It's unreasonable to like be sitting in front of a crowd of like 15,000 people with like prior experience doing it and like be completely level-headed and not nervous. And I feel like most people that we bring up onto this stream don't show any indication of nervousness whatsoever is because they're not like aware enough to be nervous. You know, like the awareness to be nervous is like a social response to the idea that you have a lot of people listening to you and you don't want to be wrong. You want to make sure that you're right. You don't want to embarrass yourself by saying something that's false. So in the minds of most people that come up here, the reason why they don't have that nervous reaction is because they don't think they can say something that's false, right? And if you don't think you can say something that's false, you think that you're right about everything no matter what and everybody else is wrong, that's like an indication of like a high level of the Dunning-Kruger effect, which is more likely to be experienced by you the less knowledgeable and intelligent you are. So it's like when people come up here and they are nervous, they're more likely to be more knowledgeable and more likely to be more intelligent.
Let's get the next person up here, everyone. Do tap that screen. Let's try to get to 3 million likes. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like this stream as well. Hen, how old are you?
Most particularly, Mr. Parker.
I don't know what they said. I'm kicking them. They sounded funny though. Let's go to move on to the next guest, Mr. Parker.
It's diabolical.
Yo, dude, Lauren, thank you for the $20 over on Venmo. Appreciate you for that love, Lauren. That is Lauren spelled Lauryn, as well as Mary. Thank you for the $21 over on Venmo. This is for your to buy your first legal drink on your birthday from Coolest Mimi. Coolest Mimi, I love you. You are the official stream grandma, and I hope that you know that. She's in here every single day. I love her to death. She reminds me of my own grandma, and she's always watching. And I remember a while ago, she told me with her first donation on Venmo that she had to get like help from her like granddaughter in order to like set up the account. I don't know. I love Mary so much. Morgan, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo, saying for my favorite grifter. Lots of love to you as well, Morgan. Thank you for the 10. Sarah, thank you so much for the 10, and Melise, that is MELECE. Thank you for the 10 as well. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? Dawson's not here. No, we've been having a great day with the debates, Parker. It's been awesome. No trolls.
How long have you been on?
3.5 hours. I only have like another 30.
Nice. What's it called? Yeah, people I feel like have been pretty wild recently. Yesterday was pretty wild.
Dude, it's like I don't want the wild people. You know, like my favorite conversation that I've had in like the last like year was this guy that came up yesterday, and he was like strong MAGA, and even came up here like calling Democrats hypocrites and whatnot, you know. But by the time he left, he was no longer a Trump supporter, and he actually conceded on everything. Donovan was his name. I won't forget that name. And I wish that there's more conversations like that instead of like the wild Trump supporters. But it's honestly just kind of like selection bias. Like we're going to have like extremely more wild people because of what it takes in order to still be MAGA.
True. And also to come up on the live and still be MAGA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yo, Lynn, thank you for the $20 over on PayPal. That is LYNN. Thank you so much, Lynn. Let's show some love to Lynn down below, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. As well as Angela. Thank you so much for the $50 over on PayPal for the grift. Thank you, Angela. Everybody show some love to Angela. Seriously, thank you so much. That is so much money. Thank you, Angela. And then Amber with the $20 for bringing in Parker. Adore you. Thank you for the love,
kidding
Amber.
me?
What's going on, Ty? Do you support Trump? You fucking kidding me? Answer my goddamn question, Ty.
Hey, Ty, are you there?
You played a song that said HH, but it was hard to discern.
Karen, thank you so much for pushing the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Jonesy with the $5. Thank you. Brittany with the $5. Nightblade, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Aaron with the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's incredibly sad. As well as Feisty, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Marie, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you. Or Moira, thank you so much.
Chat.
Thank you.
Can we please just get one Trump supporter up in here so I could go use the bathroom real quick? Please. Yo, what's going on, MU MAGA? Banned! Guys, only up in that queue if you support Trump. Going on to Bowles. Oh, for everybody spamming the rules in chat, I love you. What a great idea. Welcome in. Do you support Trump? God, you guys are so smart.
What's that pen thing you have?
It is an anxiety pin. Thank you for asking. With lavender and caramel. Thank you for asking. And it helps me cope with my anxiety. Thank you for asking. How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year are you born in?
2006.
What month?
November.
Okay, do you support Trump?
No, I just wanted to know what that pen was.
Banned. Get out of here. Parker, do you have mod perms on this account?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I have a million different accounts because I keep getting banned on all of them. You know, my main got banned again, and then I literally tried to get it back, and it didn't give it to me back, yet it said it gave it to me back.
Dude, did you see that?
And I didn't even get to the 2 bans.
Well, dude, it's crazy because soon, if you are able to game the system and circumnavigate the bans like I have been able to, they'll just take your live access for no reason. So that's why we're not.
Fun.
That's why we're not on the main account. They just literally took my live access away. It didn't even like.
They
report
said stop.
violation.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, they just said stop. What's up, Billy? Do you support Trump? And it's like crazy because like in like TikTok lives, Like, I'm one of the largest American TikTok live streamers, quote unquote. They've never talked to me. They refuse to talk to me. I've had my number blocked by 2 TikTok HQ workers and creator relations, and they just took it away to take it away. No, honestly, fuck TikTok, guys. You know, the only reason why I'm still on TikTok is because this is like the most effective way to push out to a large crowd of people to get the message heard more. Welcome in, Catherine. Do you support Trump? Dude, all these bots, bro. Yo, take a good look at that chat before you hop up in here. Take a good look at that chat.
Alexander, thank you for the $100 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I don't think I'm going to be taking the bearded dragon either. I know you offered to Dean as well, but I don't think I'm going to be taking it either. Thank you so much, though, Alex. I really appreciate the $100. Thank you so much.
What's up, and Andrea? Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
24.
24, and what time is it?
5 a.m.
Guys, I really got to go pee, right? And I can't do that until we get somebody in here for Parker to debate. Don't explode my bladder, chat. I'm begging you. Okay, everybody? I'm begging you.
You got to put the can you not put the stuff on the screen again?
No, I can't. For whatever reason, on this version of TikTok Studio and this account, I only have access to like what's on screen if there's no guests on the live.
What?
Yeah, it's not like that on the other account, but it is the accessibility of the TikTok Studio literally changes depending upon what account I have signed in. It makes no sense.
That's so weird. TikTok needs to fix their shit so bad.
What's going on, Petal and Pine? Do you support Trump? Petal, you have 5 seconds. Dude, banned. I'm actually banning people now.
Who can say where the road goes?
Hi, Leon. Do you support Trump? Banned.
Support Trump.
Oh, no! No, he said it at the very end. Come back. Only hop in the queue if you're an American adult that supports Trump. I need to piss, okay? But before I can, I need to find a Trump supporter. What's going on, Bilford? You support Trump?
There's 2 of us up here. Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Then why do you have a communist like
accent
sickle in your?
Do I have to be a Democrat or a Republican to support Trump?
Oh, no, you don't. But just like you're probably the first communist I've ever met that supports Trump.
Awesome. I hope you'll stick around, or do I need to wait for you to go pee and come back?
No, I'm gonna go.
I'll be honest, man. I don't know Parker. I know you.
Well, now
Okay.
you know Parker.
What's up, Parker?
I'm gonna go
Hi.
use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, everybody.
All right.
So Parker's gonna take it away by talking to a communist that supports Trump. I don't know. Confusing. I'll BRB.
But can you define communism?
Yeah, so it's the well, you could give a couple definitions, but the one that I accept is the mode of production being the transfer in which the mode of production can be transferred to the proletariat.
What? The transfer? Wait, repeat that.
The mode of production can be transferred to the proletariat.
Okay, so you're saying transfer. Okay, so they control the means of production. The working
Yes.
class controls the means of production. So okay,
Yes.
Well, it's not just that. That would be socialism, right? There'd
Well,
be worker
socialism
or
is
public
the
control of the
vehicle
means of
that leads
production,
to it.
but then there'd be stateless, classless, moneyless society as an aspect of it. But okay, that's one thing. How do you see yourself to be able to get closer to that if Donald Trump becomes the candidate?
Because he can lead to the downfall of democracy.
So you want democracy to be destroyed, and you think that somehow socialism is going to. So wait. By the way, he wants to destroy democracy, but then he wants to replace democracy with democracy. You wanted more
No, not
democracy.
necessarily.
Wait, socialism is about democracy. You want workers to control the means of production. So you're saying let's destroy
Yes.
the democracy and bring about more democracy? I don't see how that's more likely to happen,
Wait,
given that you
cut
destroy
out.
democracy.
Can I take a guess?
You cut out a little bit.
I just came back. I've been in the restroom. I wasn't listening to anything. Is his argument that he supports Trump because it'll bring about like a progressive revolution that will align closer with his ideological goals?
Not exactly.
He thinks it will destroy democracy, but then what he's also advocating for in terms of socialism is
To be
democracy.
fair, I haven't really gotten to make my
Socialism
point.
is about economic democracy. That's what socialism is about.
So, what I want to ask you guys is, what motivation do I have as a voter to perpetuate a society that just props up the billionaire class and is like a warmongering imperialist nation? Or like, what advice would you give to younger voters that would incentivize them to vote left when they're faced with like genocides in Israel and things like that?
Question.
Sure.
Is there more exploitation of the global South and of the working class in America with Trump as president or with Kamala Harris
Yes.
as president?
Oh, well, I'm not supporting Harris either, but I mean, like, I hear your
I
point.
didn't ask you. Is there more exploitation of the global South and of the working class in America and overseas given a Trump presidency or a Harris presidency?
Well, it's a speculative answer because she was never president, but I would assume that it might be equivalent.
I don't know why y'all say this. I don't know why
This is like the
y'all
dumbest
say this.
take I've ever heard.
Yes, like
Well,
basically,
thank you for respecting me, and engaging
basically-
respectfully, Parker. It gives me a great first impression of you.
Basically, like the argument is, like the only way for you to truly instantiate your position is by attempting.
What was that word?
Instantiate.
Oh, okay.
The only way for you to
I
truly
didn't. My audio cut out.
the only way you could truly attempt to instantiate your position is by assuming that the material outcomes of a Trump presidency would be identical to that of a Harris presidency, right? And I
mean,
can't
can't you
accept-
say the same thing?
I don't think we can say that because I think it's abundantly false. You know, like I can even like place myself into the shoes of a communist, right? Working class is exploited. Everything else, Democrat Party is center right, very evil, props it all up, terrible, terrible, terrible. Imperialism bad.
Right.
Capitalism is imperialist. Even like social Dems are center right because they would prop up imperialism. But I could still but even in those shoes, I can make the acknowledgement that I want to do what is closer to the good, and center right is closer to the good than far right.
Oof, you lost me there, Dean.
See, I don't know why I lose you there. I just think there has to be like a significant.
Wait, Bill, you said it's equivalent.
Listening,
Okay,
I'm listening.
So Democrats, you're telling me they would have cut 2.4 million people off of food stamps per month and over 10 million people off their health insurance? You think that would have happened under a Democratic administration?
To be fair, the question posed, Parker, was, do I think it would be equivalent under our labor conditions? You didn't mention anything about social benefits. So
I'm sorry. Labor conditions aren't relevant towards like people having access to like food, right, and health insurance. That's obviously going to be relevant towards labor conditions.
I would say that they're correlated, but I would say those are separate issues.
Wait, but is there a distinction? Who's better, Democrats, right, or Trump?
Well, I'd say they're pretty close.
Oh, okay. Pretty close.
I would say Trump is worse.
Wow, pretty close. The difference in 2.4 million people losing their food stamps per month and also literally over 10 million people losing their health insurance. That's just a small difference under this guy's view. Wow. Doesn't that sound like against the working class? Like you're saying it's a small difference to do specifically taking money from the poor and giving to the rich.
Dean a lot more than you, okay? Just based on the way he engages with me, respectfully.
I'm engaging respectfully. You're not letting me finish.
If you want me to absorb your point, be a little more respectful.
What did I say that was disrespectful, other than calling you an idiot?
Okay, you're sitting here and saying that the center right, is better than just letting things move to the left. Why don't you want to advocate for shifting the Overton window to the left? Why don't you advocate for universal health care? Why don't you advocate for... Okay, like I said, this is my first impression of you, and I came on to talk to Dean.
Well, I mean, you are talking to us both. That's kind of how...
Dude, I hate when people do this. It's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah,
Why do you think I'm... Bill, why do you think I'm on the live?
If you...
If I know.
Like, we're fine if, like, you want to have somebody else to debate with. Like, if you want to do a 2v2, like, that's fine. But, like...
No, it's not about that, Dean. It's that you conduct yourself better than your colleague.
Dude, you know that's like not true if you know us at
You're
all.
the
Like
one
to be
cutting
totally
him
frank
off
with you,
right now.
to be totally frank with you, I'm not being disrespectful right now. You're just saying
All
I'm being
right, dude.
disrespectful because I'm putting pressure on your
You're
worldview.
why I don't want to engage.
Because I'm putting pressure on your worldview.
Like I'll be
No,
honest.
you're not.
Listen, Bill.
I did.
No,
Bill,
you're not.
Bill, listen, I'll be honest. So the reason why you think that I'm conducting myself more respectfully than Parker right now is because I've already been at it for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I'm a little more tired and worn out than Parker is, so I'm less likely
No, it's
to
because
be
you take the
on it.
care to acknowledge. Go ahead.
I just think it's because I'm less likely to be on it and like attempt to destroy your argument like quicker. I'm taking a little bit slower because I'm worn out, right? You know, I feel like it's just because like
fair.
Parker's putting a little bit more heat on the pedal because he hasn't already been doing it for 4 hours. But listen, at the end of the day, I think it reduces down to like one very simple concept. I am, very open to, like socialists, communists. Like I don't really hold much against y'all ideologically speaking because I know that you just want the good. You guys really highlight a lot of global exploitation and oppression that the institution on the right or the left doesn't. In the global south, talking about Congo, Sudan, Ethiopia, especially when it relates to Palestine. I do wish that leftists would hit on Ukraine a little more. And I honestly do hate how leftists kind of tend to be pro-Russia. I'm not a fan of that at all. That's the one thing I don't like about socialists and communists. I will be honest. But I don't know where this wave of anti-intellectualism came into the picture over the leftists. I feel like A, it makes your movement very unsuccessful. B, it ensures that y'all won't really build much electoral power. And C, it ensures that your beliefs will not be propagated into the mainstream if you can't make very simple acknowledgments. Like, I would prefer
I'm so sorry. I don't want to interrupt, but my audio cut out right when you said A on your first point.
I think that the leftists, would have significantly more electoral power and mainstream popularity if y'all could make the acknowledgement that having a president that doesn't take 10 million people off of healthcare, 3 million people off of food stamps, and 18 million school students off of free school student lunches, that doesn't want to infringe upon the human rights of every single American woman and girl, that doesn't want to force pregnant rape victims to not have access to abortion in 10 of our states, 60 women a day. As long as until y'all can make that acknowledgement that obviously Kamala Harris was better than Trump, or obviously, the next, a Democratic
Do you know what I'm hearing,
industry
Ian?
shill will have run for the president is better than the right is just a big issue,
I hear you. But do you know what I'm hearing coming from your mouth, Dean?
Let's hear it.
I'm hearing you say, keep voting for the status quo.
No, I'm telling you
I'm
to
hearing
vote
you
for what's
say-
better than to push for the status quo to be better. I think that two things can be true at once. You should always vote for the better of the two options. It makes absolutely no sense to vote for the worst of two options. Just because you're voting against the status quo does not mean that you're voting for what's good. You could vote against the status quo in a bad way, right? And that's what you did. I agree that we should always vote for the better option. And I also agree that we should try to make the status quo better. We have 4 years in between presidential elections and 2 years in between every congressional election, right? Midterms. I don't understand why there isn't this popularity inside of leftists to push for better candidates within a mainstream political party such as the Democratic Party because they're closer to the good.
A great
while
answer
then
to that.
still arguing that we should vote for who is better for the material conditions of the world and Americans every 2 and 4 years.
Sure. How old are you, Dean?
I'm 20.
Okay. So 10 years ago, you couldn't vote. I get that. But in 2016, we saw Bernie Sanders
Get
be the
fucked
popular
over.
candidate.
And he was
Totally.
fucked over. Yeah, totally. He was
And
fucked over.
don't you think disillusioned a lot of people from what you're saying right now?
Absolutely. No, I understand why you're disillusioned with the Dems. That's not what I'm giving pushback on. When I tell you that you should vote for what is better for people, I'm not arguing that you shouldn't be disillusioned by the Dems. I'm just simply saying that they're better for the people. And honestly, it's really not hard to be better for the people when you're running against a fascist tyrant, right? So that's why I argue for that second point that you should actively make sure that those that are better for the people, those that you are voting for, are the best for the people. And the way that you can ensure that they're the best for the people, not just simply better, is by spending your time building electoral power and rallying behind candidates in primaries and midterms that actually get done what you want to get done. And it is possible. Just look at Zohran Mamdani in New York. It is so possible, especially right now. Progressivism is at an all-time high insofar as electoral popularity. And I think now is the time to capture that moment, to advocate for the better candidates on the left, to get them in those positions of power, to not destroy the institution, but change it into what you want it to be. And if you continue to repeat that, oh, you actually want that fascist tyrant to be president, nobody is going to give you the time of day. The moment you say that you support the fascist tyrant fucking over America, rescinding women's access to abortion, and making kids starve by rolling back funding for food, is the moment where anybody that's not a part of your movement is completely disillusioned.
For sure. And I just wanted to correct one thing. I didn't actually vote for Trump.
Okay, so this is a little bit more of like a rhetorical argument to kind of just usher in a conversation about your critiques of the Dems.
I mean, a little bit. I was worried that it might get me dropped, but I wanted to be honest with you. I did honestly really want to hear how you think the left can Democrats can pull the Overton window more to the left and push for more progressive socialist agendas, and honestly just kind of get your take on it, because what I do know about you, I've heard secondhand. I've caught some of your lives here and there, but I'll be honest, the first person that I ever heard your name come out of their mouth was Ethan Klein. So I came here with him saying he respected you as a young moderate Democrat and all this other stuff. So I wanted to hear it from your mouth, what you feel. And I thought this was maybe the easiest way to have a conversation with you. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, have a good one, Bill. We're just looking for Trump supporters, please. Oh, dear Lord. All right, let's go to move on to the next guest.
I still don't know what I did that was disrespectful. I literally just put pressure on his worldview.
No, that's all. People don't like to have their views pressured. The more pressure you put on it, like human response is to fight against it. And the only reason why you're putting more pressure on views and me is because I'm like tired. I've been doing it for 4 hours, so makes sense. Makes sense. Welcome in. Do you support Trump, John? No, John's not even here. Okay, bye, John. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Moving on
Can
to
I say
Bill.
thank you to someone real quick?
Yeah,
Jay
sure.
with $150 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Jay in the comment section right now. Thank you for the $150 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Jay.
Dean, where's the
Seriously.
puck up?
Thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. Diabolical.
What a throwback.
They've been in the community for a really long
Man,
time.
they sounded like young. Dude, they've been watching this stream since they were like 6. Dude, that's like a 2-year-old
Now, do you think of the
reference.
$10? Enjoy. With the $5, thank you. That is a 2-year-old reference.
Yeah, Amanda, thank you for the $10 over on PayPal, saying I sent you 20 on Venmo. Your punk ass never said my name. I love what you do. Fuck pedos and the maggots who support them. Yo, man, I'm sorry. Dude, a couple donations here and there will slip through the cracks, and I always feel bad about that. I'm happy that now I can thank you. Thank you for the $30, Amanda. Okay, all right, everybody, show some love to Amanda down below, as well as Stephanie with the $20 over on PayPal, saying big up the international grift donated from Scotland. Love to Scotland. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You're awesome. As well as Estella, thank you for the $1.50, and I read your message. I hope that you're having a good day, Estella. As well as Jonesy with the $5 saying you shot me a DM on IG. Let's hit your fitness goals, bro. I'm actually gonna text you after this stream. I'd love to connect. Emily with the $1, thank you so much for the love. Very, very kind. All right, welcome into Sport Trump. Ruck up.
That's me.
Okay. Point number 1, come closer to your phone. Point number 2, disconnect all Bluetooth.
I didn't know I was on the live. I didn't ask to be put on.
Oh, no worries, man.
I'm just listening.
I misinterpreted what you said. Have a good rest of your day. All right, we're going to try a couple more times. If we can't get a guest up here soon to debate us and why they support Trump, we are going to go ahead and end for the day. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
19. I'm born 2006 February.
And how do I pronounce your name?
Navianska.
Navianska, welcome in. Why do you support Trump?
Because he's such a sweet old man, and I find everything he does is good for the community. But most
what?
of the things, like like the abortion thing. It's good and bad at the same time, but he does stuff for a good cause.
Like, what about abortion?
Well, the good stuff about it is like abortion is a sin. Like it's very bad to do. It's like I don't want to say the word on unaliving like that. It's bad. You can go to hell for that.
Okay. Can you also go to hell for adultery?
Yes.
So should Donald Trump be put in prison for committing adultery on multiple occasions?
Well, then everyone has to go to prison.
Okay, so
'Cause a
you
lot
don't.
of
So then you don't want it to be like illegal insofar as that someone were to go to prison in reference to abortion, correct?
Repeat that?
So you don't want people to go to prison for getting abortions, then, right?
No.
No.
Not
Okay.
needed. It's also
Then how
it's
do you
good
agree with
and
Trump?
bad that he did that. It's good. And the bad stuff about it is like, for instance, if a girl get raped or a PED, like then that would be a good cause for abortion.
Well, I'm just saying, in typical circumstances, should it be legal, right, or should people not go to prison for getting access to abortion?
They should not go to prison. No.
Okay, so then
Okay, they should go. They should go to prison if they did an abortion like without going to the hospital, and if it was that the baby was already developed enough for it to feel pain inside. Like
So
if it was
sentience. So then it seems like you would be okay with Roe versus Wade then. So then what do you agree with Trump on?
that's my sugar daddy. He's my baby.
Okay, is this serious or a troll?
Yes, it's true.
Okay,
What do you mean?
What do you even
I
mean?
love. He is my sugar daddy. He be in my DM.
I'm not getting troll vibes, but like obviously Trump isn't.
No, he is. He is. We know each other personally.
You know, I've actually, dude. Okay, I've met one person that has said this and been not trolling. Like they actually believe this. Dude,
and
the
everyone
fact
thinks
that I'm mentally conflicted if you're a troll or not is insane.
I'm not. And the fact that everyone thinks he's racist and doesn't like black people is not true.
Parker,
It's
what's your
not
take?
true
Are they
because
trolling?
look at my
Donald
skin
Trump is
complexion.
absolutely a racist. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know.
Dude,
And,
the fact that
Not
we're
to
not
me,
true.
girl.
dude,
She's literally
Dean, I'm
saying
gonna be
that
totally
Trump
honest.
is her sugar daddy, and we don't know if she's trolling or not. Oh my god! What?
I'm not lying. I'm not. You can check my page. You can check my page, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards troll.
What's on her page?
No, I'm not a troll. I'm real. I'm real. All right, checking my page out.
I think that you gotta be a troll. We're gonna kick you.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the thing is, the types of conversations we have are so diabolically insane that it's like I don't even know what's reality anymore.
I know, dude. Dude. Okay, with that reference, remember that one person at the first Trump rally that we went to in Las Vegas that was literally saying they personally knew Trump, and I think they were also talking about like having a relationship with Trump, and they were dead serious. Remember that person, Parker? It's that person.
Wait, sorry, repeat that. Sorry.
No worries. It's that person. It's one of the first people that we talked to at the Vegas Trump rally that we didn't get on camera because you turned off the camera.
I remember.
That was talking about how they had a personal relationship with Trump and loved them so much.
Yeah.
Do you remember
dude,
that?
I will forever be sad that I did not hit record. That I actually turned off the recording. I will forever be sad about that.
No, but the reason why I bring that up is because like it just goes to show that like we have legitimately heard that from somebody before that was not trolling. Welcome in. What is up, Ken? Do you support Trump?
Okay, so my mom, I'm pretty sure, is 90% like a QAnon.
Oh.
I just need advice. I know, I am too. I voted for Kamala, so obviously you see where I am. I just need to know what I can tell her and my father to get them away from Trump. Because I've tried everything.
Yeah, your best bet is to show them how you're personally hurt by his administration. Like for instance, like you're a woman. That's all that I know about you so far. Women are like being really personally hurt by Trump's admin. And like if there's any other facts or aspects of like you as a person, your identity, that are being hurt by the Trump administration, relaying those facts to your parents, I think is like the only possible way to change their minds. But even then, it's like I still see all of the time, like parents not care. Yeah.
It's diabolical.
Nah, it's like, I don't know. It's like my mom is MAGA, and she's not QAnon, but she's kind of like crazy MAGA. And there's nothing I've ever been able to say, that that has been able to change her mind, except for like time. Like the one thing that has been able to slowly change my mother's mind over time is her seeing other Trump supporters attack me on the internet. And then like not like that and then argue against them. And that's been getting her to be like slightly less and less MAGA over time. You know, like for instance, she was a big fan of Charlie Kirk. Huge Charlie Kirk fan. But then like after, you know, like the Jubilee episode, Texas and whatnot, and, you know, Charlie Kirk started like shit on me and like would post videos and have people in the comment section shit on me. Like now she's not a fan of Charlie Kirk anymore because of that. And I'd like nothing to do with like the politics and all to do with like how it like personally impacted her son. So that's why I'd say it's like if you have like parents that are like crazy MAGA, like the best course of action is to detail how his administration has personally negatively impacted you. But I just know that there's going to be people out there that are listening to me and try this and not have it work and have their parents still not care. So it's like for those of you that will unfortunately have that experience in the coming days, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because there is going to be some of y'all that has it happen.
All right, everyone's going to the next debate. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria that is not currently on the screen, but is in the comment section because some people are saying it.
Welcome in. Do you support Trump Friday? Dude, this is so bad. We're going to try like one or two more people, and if we don't get somebody up here, I'm going to move on and in the live and go get some dinner.
For sure, for sure. Alrighty, everyone, keep tapping that screen. 3.5 million likes here on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream as well. If you want to support us, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree, the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support us over YouTube Super Chat.
Welcome in. Do you support Trump eject?
Hey, can you hear me?
I sure can. Are you MAGA?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't vote. I didn't register in time, but I would have voted for Trump in the last election.
Okay. All right. W, your responsibility by not registering on time, though.
Yeah.
Charles, thank you for the $10 over on Venmo. Saying, for the love of God, Dean, your anxiety pin is lavender and caramel. Pronounce care-o-mile. Oh, you're saying it's pronounced chamomile. No, it's caramel. Charles, thank you. Taylor, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. Thank you for the love, Taylor. Everybody watching, please show some love to Taylor down below in that comment section right now. Thank you so much, Taylor. Taylor says, this is a thank you for you. As somebody who has essayed at 11 and has struggled with that for the last good while, seeing someone, especially a man, understanding why people like me are worth fighting for, it has truly helped me with overcoming my trauma and realizing it wasn't my fault. Taylor, there is many reasons why I do what I do. But experiences like yours, messages like yours, got to be the main one. The main thing that keeps me going is knowing that there's a real and immediate impact on the lives of others. I'm really sorry to hear that that has happened to you, but I will be forever joyful that what we do here on stream has been able to help you. It means the world to me, Taylor. Eject, go ahead and take it away and tell us why you support Trump.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Again, I like just grew up in a very strong. And sorry, this is sorry if I'm taking too long, but I grew up in a very liberal household, and just seeing that like intense hate for the right kind of made me like go like kind of push away from the left a little, or I guess a lot. And until I saw a Republican household, and then I realized they're just as bad, you know. So I just thought, you know, like, because I'm blue collar, so I'm surrounded by Trump supporters. So I just say, I just fit in, and does that? Oh God, that didn't even answer your question.
I
Sorry.
mean, so far the only answer that I've heard is that you support Trump because it helps you fit in socially.
Yeah, I got to say, well, so one of the, I guess one of the things that I kind of have been told that would be good is for Trump, like closing down the border. I know that it's gone down, like border crossings, I believe, has gone down like 95% since Trump has taken office, I believe. And I personally, I think that that is a good thing.
Go ahead,
Um,
Parker.
Okay. To be honest, I didn't really follow because I didn't think that he really seems like a Trump supporter. It seems like he's just saying that like he follows because he's like not actually like knowing of any policy, but it's just because like it's around him.
You said that a massive reduction in undocumented border crossings is a good thing that Trump has done.
Oh, okay. So why is that good? I'll actually ask that question.
Well, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, and just from what I've heard is like, I believe his name is Tom Homan.
Homan?
Yeah, Homan. Yeah, he was on a. You probably know Steven Crowder, Louder with Crowder. I listened to his podcast, and he talked on that show, and he said that like the main way that they illegally get in, or maybe not the main, but like the most heard about was through the cartels and how they do horrible stuff, and that if those border crossings stop, then it's
If you
gonna.
want the cartel to have less power, what you should do is incentivize people to go through the legal process by making that legal process go quicker. So instead of us spending $130 billion on ICE, let's spend that money on making it easier for people to go through the legal process, so we can incentivize people who have not committed violent crimes and bad crimes to go through said legal process. Plus, let's get rid of the drug war, right, and stop the ability for these different types of drugs to be sent across the border, right, mainly by U.S. citizens, right, that profit the cartels.
Wait, say that last part again.
That profit the cartels, like the like specifically if we end the drug war, right, it will give less profits to the cartels because they'll stop. They won't be sending as much DRUGS across the border through the context of American citizens, right, to be able to make money off of people buying those substances in the United States.
Yeah, but how does keeping the border open negate that? Like I feel like the first step would be to close the border. Does like just in my mind, that's what makes the most sense, is to stop it and then let everyone that comes in, through the correct processes. And I know that those, definitely need to be updated because they take way too long, and it incentivizes people just coming over immediately and getting in. But I feel like if we're trying to fight the war on DRUGS, and on the cartels and such, I feel like at least stopping them from getting in would, be the best.
Actually, no. Historically speaking, that very process has actually created the conditions that exist now, insofar as that they have the power to traffic people across the border, because some people rely on that process in order to be able to get into this country because it takes so long to get through the legal process.
Okay. Well, what would, like, what do you think that Kamala would have done, like, to help stop that? What do you think she, like, just like Biden, she would keep allowing more immigrants in, and continue bumping those numbers up? But like, you know what I'm saying?
Continue bumping these. No, I'm confused. What you mean?
Like the number of illegal immigrants coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't know, man. I'm nervous. You should probably just end it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat is spamming pred. So we'll just kick them.
Yeah, I couldn't really see it. My brightness is really low on my iPad.
Yeah, TTT, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat saying, hey, Dean, I'm a leftist. Most of us are actually incredibly anti-Trump, but we sucked it up and voted for Harris because I don't put my ideology over people's lives. There you go. Based. Hell yeah. I'm a fan. Thank you for the $10. Kai with the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat saying, please check the live Discord chat. I just did. Just read over it all. So apparently there is a boycott of YouTube tomorrow for them supporting the implementation of, I mean, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what they're supporting here. I was able to find a tweet on it. Let's read it together, everybody. Okay, so YouTube sent out a statement to their creators saying, hey creators, starting August 13th, 2025, we'll begin rolling out an age estimation model to determine if a US-based user is under the age of 18. This will happen regardless of the birth date a user entered when creating their account. We'll then use that to extend age-appropriate product experiences and protections to more teens. These protections for teens are not new. We now have enhanced technology to more accurately determine whether or not a user is under 18 and are now able to extend these protections to more teenagers. We've used this approach in other markets for some time where it is working well, and now we are gradually loading it out to the US. And it seems like the boycott is centered around the fact that the means that they are using to track individuals' approximate ages would involve the use of AI. Reading a little bit more about it. Because that's all that I have so far. What are your thoughts, Parker?
So the boycott is specifically because of the fact that they're using AI within the systems?
Like AI to like age verify individuals.
To AI to age verify. I mean, do people want age verification?
Well, probably they want age verification. But it seems like more of an issue with
so
like
what would be the process in which they age verify and which doesn't use that? Maybe it's that, I don't know, maybe people are mad at the even putting the ID in the first place. I'm confused with the...
Yeah, it might be like they're requiring like forcing ID uploads. Okay, I don't like that. So, I mean, what I will say is that there's a lot of countries globally that are now forcing ID upload verification laws. Like the UK and US are doing that pretty heavily. And that if they want to operate inside of the countries, obviously they'd have to comply with the local law. And it sounds like they're just rolling it out in markets where that law is not required.
So is the protest just like a day off of YouTube for everyone or something? I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. What I will say is that boycotts that have like an end date are like usually ineffective. If the company like knows you're boycotting it and knows how long they got to weather the storm, then they're probably going to do it. Like for instance, like striking or boycotting usually needs to be open-ended, and your demands being met is the criteria for the thing that ends it, not the calendar.
Is this also coordinated? Like, are there other people that are doing this as well?
I mean, I looked it up on Google. I couldn't find too much about it. Like, I literally found a tweet, and then like one tweet on Twitter, then a Reddit article. But I'm sure that it's like large, and we're just now learning about it. I mean, I don't know. I'll look more into it. I don't know. What are your thoughts, everyone? Those that are watching?
If it's coordinated, I'd be willing to work with people and do that as well. If it's coordinated, like if there's some coordinated response of people, and we have goals and stuff like that, that'd be good. That's good to protest environmental impacts of AI and being against privacy. I think those types of attacks, those are reasonable things to be worried about.
You know what I would think would be significantly more effective than a 1-day boycott? I don't know, just the idea of a 1-day boycott is silly to me. You need to boycott until your demands are met. But what I will say, what would be significantly more effective is to pressure the representatives You know, like get some legislative change to prevent companies from doing this. I think that is like infinitely more valuable. We need to not do a single day boycott on one company for rolling this out. We need to pressure our Congress into making it illegal to like require like ID verification just for going on a website. Like get out there on the streets and protest, you know? I'll continue to track if it is, you know, like well coordinated, and I'll check out some resources.
Yeah, if you'd like to keep me updated, I'd love to know.
Yeah.
I like potatoes. Thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Maudie, thank you so much for the $4.20. No, absolutely, I've seen that.
Yeah. Anyways, so I mean, I think I'm gonna go and end the stream there. You know, if you see me on YouTube tomorrow, it's because I decided that engaging in the boycott would not be effective. But if you don't see me on YouTube tomorrow, it's because I determined that it would be effective. So I guess you'll figure out tomorrow. Scam verification, I've seen a little bit about that. Anyways, do you want to raid, Parker?
For sure, man. I guess I'll start the stream.
Great.
For sure.
Everybody watching, if you'd like to continue to watch and engage with debates, head over to @ParkerGetAJob on YouTube, or what account are you on for debates on TikTok?
I'm on Parker Get a Real Job on TikTok.
Okay, or @ParkerGetARealJob on TikTok. Bro, dude, some of y'all are silly. Somebody in the Discord just said he's gonna be on YouTube because he's gonna make a bunch of money. I don't know why some of y'all always assume that Dean is an evil tyrant that's focused on his income and has no other considerations in the world. Like, I just gave a full nuanced approach to immediate considerations and concerns that they indicate on one hand it might be effective, and on another hand it may not be effective for multiple reasons and so on. And then, of course, the takeaway from some people is, well, he actually doesn't care at all. Quite frankly, he wants money. He's going to be there. Bad. All right. Anyways, what TikTok account are you on?
On Parker Get a Real Job, and I'm on... Oh, it's going to take me off.
What just happened? Oh, I think it's @Parker Get a Real Job. I don't know what just happened to Parker. Wait. It's @Parker Get a Real Job. There you go. I'm going to go to an end. Head over to @Parker Get a Real Job on TikTok. Show him some love. I really appreciate everyone so much for tuning in and hanging out with us for the last couple hours. Make sure to show Parker some extra love because he just exploded. So go show him some love. He just exploded. We need to be kind to him because he just exploded. And